My ass
It's
lit
just
up.
his
Yeah,
electric
good
personality.
lord. Right. Yeah, you gotta love it. Good old Tim Willigans over here.
China, where we run out of
All right, now it's time to share real quick.
Critical thing that we are very
Get
focused
it
on.
going, baby.
Share.
The president again, he has had enough, and we need to make sure, and the defense companies need to get their acts together and start to perform, and that's really
We
what
are
that's
live right
about.
now.
Ammunitions is
That should
one
be.
component.
But what-
You know, look, I think at the end of the day, we have not demanded accountability. We've allowed, substandard things to occur, and rightly so. He is tired of it, and all of us.
I swear this thing and me fight every
I'm
freaking
just
weekend.
waiting.
I'm over it. I'm
You
ready to
know what?
blow this
I wasn't
damn
even
thing.
going to say anything this week, but now you already started.
Yeah.
Every weekend is,
Oh,
why won't this do it right? Why do I have to
It
do it
makes no
multiple
sense.
times?
It
Why,
should not be that hard of a deal.
why?
Freaking Thomas
The
Edison.
Navy's not having it.
Should not be that
and
hard
I think
of a
that's
deal.
very true.
Ever.
I think the risk people need to think about is what happens if we
Ever.
don't have the
Smell
dominant
electricity.
Navy?
You can feel it in the air.
You should ask
It's a
yourself,
super fan.
and it would be a very bad thing. So at the end of the day, we do need to
Share it,
spend more
Dan.
on defense.
Share it, Dan.
It's the
Thank
thing
you.
that keeps you up at night.
Look, I once got asked.
Some
by
days it
sailors
goes
in San Diego,
pretty
what's your
smooth,
goal?
but other
I
days,
said, my goal
not
is
so much.
basically
The
having
bears and your
zero
shields, amazing things.
district with an American flag.
I don't know
That's
about
what
all
keeps me
that.
up at night. Making
You mean,
sure
Sarge?
we have
The Bears?
The Bears, yeah, the Bears, right?
equipment and training if we get into the fight. Hopefully people will see what happened with Absolute Resolve. We're not a country to be messed with, and
Live
the
in
president
charge.
is not someone
Moment.
to be messed
10
with.
minutes and we'll
And
be
if
less
you
than
do,
10 minutes.
you're
We'll
gonna
be
see
going
a
live
full
on the
mic.
radio.
So that's really what keeps me up.
But we are live on
When you
Facebook
walk
right now,
these
and I'll
shipyards
say
and see
hello
what's
in
being
just a
built and
moment
what you
as
have
soon as I get done with all
to
this
be
crazy
built.
sharing.
We've kind of let
everywhere.
things atrophied quite a bit,
Make it known live.
which means we've really
Shields
nothing
here.
but upside to get better. So we
As it
already
should
build
be.
the best ships in the world.
He's only 3 weeks late.
We don't worry about the past, okay? Well, you're always worried
Yeah,
about
we
the
won't
past.
talk about the past,
That's what
right?
I don't think waiting for a war.
My ass, we won't talk about the past.
Not with how modern
Has in the
fighting
talking about the
modern
present,
weapons
like
are
what happened
fighting
last
today.
night.
Particularly the
Does that make
president's
sense?
tweet is
That's
a
in the
shot
past.
across the bow
Well,
to the defense companies.
That's in the past.
To-
Buddy.
And I think
He's not wrong.
To be determined about
I think
past
I'm
events.
optimistic that we'll start to see some action from them.
Mr. Secretary, thanks for the time.
He's the champion of puking inside of his own truck.
Isn't it fantastic? It's beautiful. It's always beautiful when you tree shields. I'm sure that makes sense, right? Right?
Makes
If,
complete
hey, if it
sense
makes
to
sense
me.
in your own head, I guess that's all that matters, right?
Absolutely.
Dramatically in the past few years.
Fans
For example, a man
Fans know what matters, so does your shields.
smoker can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month level rate for 10 years, or a man
Oh,
age
dear Lord,
50
have mercy.
non-smoker can obtain $500.
Lord, help us
coverage
all.
for a free deal of
It's gonna be fun.
$110 level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At Termbusters, we specialize in
I had a headache immediately after the show, and I was from hearing the Devil's Award
Did
using
you share
$5.
already?
I think I did.
I did.
I
did.
At 1-800-908-7636.
Just making sure.
You're
Because
probably
sometimes
paying
I
more
lose
than you
track
should.
and
Call
my numbers, it's like, well, wait a minute, there's 12 now.
1-800-908-7636.
Oh, I'm sorry, I shared too soon.
Rate and availability may vary by state. Sample
too
quotes
soon.
based on preferred
There's never too
non-smoker.
soon.
Underwriting
On
may
time or
require.
late.
Call 1-800-908-7636.
And if you're not 15 minutes
Paid for
early,
by Robert
you're late.
Then you're late.
The season's race is over, and the checkered flag is waving. If you ran Miravis top soybean fungicide, you're crossing the
You ever
finish
think about
line
just
with
redoing
more
the
bushels,
decorating a little more?
stronger stands,
Hell
and
no,
no
that's not my job.
There's
regrets.
no, there's no
Don't
shield
wait until the next
posters.
spring drops. Run your beans full throttle next season. Lock in
shit.
Miravis top with your retailer now,
Yeah,
and
belt.
start next
You
season
got the nice
out
belts
front.
in there.
Yeah,
The big
right.
shields
Always
nowhere
read
on
and
it.
follow label
What do you
instructions.
think?
Well, I mean, if you want quote unquote possession of that belt to say you're a champion, you gotta show up, you gotta show out,
Take it live.
and you gotta bring out a ton of people to the show. Josh Mudd, over 1,700 viewers that particular show.
Hey, yes, you should.
The
Josh,
Wild
he's
Man
so good.
Jeff Watt is what, 7 or 8 times?
Yeah.
something like that he's been on.
7 times live.
Go Travel Pro.
So
Call your retailer today.
You could have been up there if you would have made all your events.
you could have been a contender. You could have been a contender.
News Radio 105 1280
Later not.
KIRO Troy. It's 10 o'clock in the heartland.
All right, well, good morning, Facebook Nation. We are 6 minutes away from going live on the radio. Let me pipe that down just a little bit so you can hear me better here. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to be talking about today. Last night, NWA's World League Wrestling presented Wrestlelution, New Year's Wrestlelution at the Race Wrestling Arena. We're going to get into all those different things that happened last night and some major things that happened last night. That's going to affect at least, I would say, the next couple of events moving forward.
Very possibly.
Friday night, SmackDown, WWE. Did Cody retain? Did Drew win the belt? We're going to talk about it. We're going to find out. Austin Mulitalo, the astonishing one himself, is in the chat room. And to the both of you, he says, good morning, ladies.
Good morning, beautiful.
My back hurts. I can understand why.
Well, yeah, if you have to carry Moses through the match like that, I mean, shit.
For sure. I mean,
Got a little sore. Carrying the load like Santa.
and we'll also see what the dirt sheets have to say from during the week. AEW, WWE, TNA, everything's on the docket to be talked about if we can get to it. So, just depends. We'll see. We'll see what happens right here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. And some big news for Uncensored Wrestling Talk that we'll get into as soon as the show starts on the radio side of things. More ways to watch. But with that being said, we appreciate each and every one of you coming in and watching. And of course, you can join us just as Austin Mulitalo does in the chat room. It's all interactive. And hey, you keep it clean, and I'll speak it. I'll say whatever you're saying, as long as you keep it clean. And if it's not clean, then I clean it up.
Right? There might be some editing as it goes along.
Exactly. And if we have time, well, we might get to 1 or 2 phone calls to come into the station. We'll see how things go.
The great thing about time is always sit on shield, partner. So call in. Let's see what happens.
We'll see. We will see what happens. 3 minutes and 15 seconds before we go live on the radio.
Oh yes. Oh yes. You can feel the electricity. All from the super fan right there.
Exactly.
I can feel I need to go to the bathroom and throw up.
Get extensive live. SARS from the bathroom.
From around the world, Trey Yingst joining us from
I might not. I don't know about that one.
like a manual to your
Might be good television.
If a story impacts you or your
No.
No, I'm not thinking about that.
No.
We have Sarge live from the bathroom. How's it going, Sarge? That was
You can
Sarge.
stop right now. I will never have you on ever again.
newsrundown.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Austin Mulitalo says, I like Tim's shirt.
Of course you have to like this shirt because it's the greatest wrestler alive.
There you go. There you go. I like it.
Shoot.
I like it.
Greatest?
So he pushes it towards us.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm getting hot. Well,
Yeah, no,
here you
I'll
go.
You
just
guys.
push it all the way that
Got
way.
heated.
There you go.
I got heated up. He's gonna make it much worse.
Why is that quiet? Okay.
You said greatest?
Valued
That means better than your
It's no surprise. Times have changed.
Yeah. I hate to break it to you.
We can discuss it later. All right?
We'll discuss it later.
Great cars and trucks.
Oh, I got my hands full this morning, folks.
Isn't it
Holy
fantastic,
crap.
Sarge?
Nobody else can.
Holy crap.
See for yourself why for 120 years Weber has been the name that you can rely on. Visit us at any of our locations.
This is
in
headline.
Columbia,
There's
Illinois.
Drews everywhere.
You can also
All
find
over
us
the
on
nation
Facebook
making
on
news.
WeberAutomotive.com.
Beautiful when you
Who's
think
the other
about it.
Drew?
Drew McIntyre, Drew Shields, all the important guys.
Don't let the cat out of the bag. Don't let the cat out of the bag.
See, you were worried about me.
From a 15-point deficit with 13.
I'm always worried
All
about
right.
you.
Trail the Green Bay
Why
Packers
wouldn't we
by
be worried?
3 with 1:48 left as we dive
How was
into
that
Jeff
sitting
Zodiac on
with
station
Little
WMVP.
HD?
It was a blast.
Yeah?
Little HD, I hope you had a lot of fun.
Great show.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We got about a minute before we go live on the radio and the show officially begins.
And we had several conversations about what's going on in wrestling while we were
Final
waiting
score:
for the show to
Bears
start.
31,
Nice.
Packers
Yeah.
27.
Nice.
Earlier Saturday,
We'll get
Los
into all
Angeles
that,
Rams won
for
at
sure.
Carolina 34-31 on Matthew
That
Stafford's
young
19-yard
man,
touchdown pass to Colby
He
Parkinson. with
is
30
beyond
seconds
his
remaining.
years of
quicker than a
wisdom.
whip.
Hey, you're not
Holy
lying.
Saturday
moly.
night, the Chicago Cubs
And I don't think that's all
five-year,
HD.
$106
No, I don't
million free agent third baseman Alex Bregman.
News Radio KY.
See what Erica Walters has to say about the old weather.
Auctions Weather Center online at MeyerListings.com. Clear sky in Troy. Getting down to 26 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 40s. Sky is clear likely. Temperatures in the upper 50s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy, it's 28.
She's
In
a little
Wentzville, it's
off.
28 degrees. Perfect homes.
30.
Commercial real estate.
Right.
Just a
on
little
Farm
off.
Ground.
It's not bad.
Meyer and Company Real
Yeah, why are you
Estate
picking on
Auctions
her so much?
online at MeyerListings.com.
Sucks.
I'm Ethel.
Here we go.
Gotta add 10 degrees with Drew Shields in the building.
Thanks for going live. Well, good Sunday morning. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, as well as our Facebook feeds, the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page, of course, as well as the radio stations. You can find that one at 1280 AM, 105.3 FM, KYRO. I am Sarge, and with me this morning, one of my co-hosts. He's here. He is the Nematode Nelly. Super fan. Tim Williams. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, and good morning.
Good morning. I got my hands full this morning, folks.
Yeah, you do.
What makes you say that, Sarge?
And that voice that you hear right now on the radio, and that person that you can see on Facebook, he has finally arrived.
He finally made it.
3 weeks. After 3 weeks of reschedule,
Getting lost in the woods, I don't know.
getting sick in his truck. I told him, Superfan, don't partake so hard the night before a booking. Did he listen? Nope. But he's still young. He's still got time to learn, I guess. And with that being said, we welcome in the one and only Drew Shields. Good morning, Drew. How are you?
Absolutely good morning, Sarge. How you doing today, baby?
I'm feeling all right.
Did you like the show yesterday?
I love worldly wrestling. I
Absolutely.
will die for worldly wrestling.
It's more
So-
importantly my show. Did you like my show?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
It's on the
We'll
card.
get to it. It's on the card. Card subject to change. You know, before we get to all of that, some really big news here for Uncensored Wrestling Talk. You know, with YouTube, there's a lot of different little hoops and loops and fire rings you got to jump through to get to be able to do things on YouTube. And we have crossed through that threshold, the big one of trying to get 50 subscribers. We're over the 50 subscribers now in just a few days' time.
Yeah.
So that, and wow, I'm just amazed by that. So thank you to the listeners
Absolutely.
and watchers for that number one, first and foremost. So with that being said, next Sunday's show, myself, Superfan, we should have our resident referee, Mr. 123 Yeet,
Oh.
HD Daniels. He'll be back in next weekend as well. We might just be able to figure out the logistics of where to put that other camera and be streaming on YouTube as well as Facebook.
That's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Very, very cool stuff. Great
Yes.
things on the horizon.
Mhm.
And then here in a little while, if we're able to get to it, stand by. We might do it. Just depends on how the show flows here. But, you as the listener and the watcher might even be able to actually call in as well and be a part of the show. But don't forget, Facebook, you've got the interactive chat. And if you keep it clean, hey, I read just about anything and everything. If you don't keep it clean, I'll edit it.
Correct.
I will edit it. So, now, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and talk about last night. Last night being the very first, the first event of World League Wrestling, NWA's World League Wrestling, at the Race Wrestling Arena. New Year's Resolution. And boy, oh boy, what a night we had. 6 amazing matches. Each one just as good as the other, in my own humble opinion. Except for one. We'll get to that later. You know where I'm going with
Oh, I
that,
already know where you're
fan.
going with it.
But before we even get to the matches, what are you
Well,
going to say?
Something that Ben said last night that I found very interesting. Last night event was the first one since like 2020
Yep,
that they've
2020.
been able to actually hold an event in January at the Race Wrestling Academy.
Floods,
Snow.
tornadoes, viruses, but you know what? You can't
And-
keep us down forever.
And
Absolutely not.
I'm telling you, the crowd last night was insane.
It was hot.
It was
The
really
first official sellout of the year.
giving me goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's a good
Goosebumps.
show, Charles.
And you know what? I'm going to predict something when it comes to that. And real quick before I do that, from the chat room, Sherry Harley, Mama Bear herself,
Good morning.
saying good morning, guys. Our Uncensored Wrestling Talk champion at the moment, the one and only Captain Freedom, Josh Mudd, saying it's Shield time.
That's my man right there.
Austin Mulitalo, Drew, looks like he took crazy pills. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You should have been hearing him before we even went on the air. My goodness gracious. All right, now, back to what I was going to say. My prediction for this year for World League Wrestling, we saw it happen a couple of times during last year, 2025. But here in the year 2026, it ain't going to happen just once. It ain't going to happen just twice. I think it's going to happen at least every other month, or maybe even every month. Somewhere between there. Double sellouts are
Yeah.
going to start happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to sell out quick, and then the boss is going to have to figure it out and open up some more seating, and then those seats will get sold out. Gone.
Yeah. They were scrambling to get chairs last night.
They were. We were running out of chairs last night. In fact, there was some folks that were standing. So it was standing room only. Won't say it too loud, but I think we might have been over the capacity. I don't know. I don't know.
Keep that on the radar. Everybody wanted to come to see
I don't
Shield
know.
Master, dude.
But, it's so amazing. It is so amazing to see the Race Wrestling Arena packed out like that. My gosh. Man, oh man.
Ain't it beautiful?
It is such an awesome thing. Usually around about 6:30 or so, about a half an hour before the event gets going, I come out there. I am able to go around the ring and say hello to everybody and everything. Well, last night I had to do it a little bit sooner than my normal times because the job has to be done, interviews to be done. And Jay Pierce, he's a thorn in my side. And we'll get to that in a little bit too. But, even at that time, just 20 minutes after the doors had opened, roughly, it was already starting to pack out fast.
Oh, yeah. I'm generally going to say within the first 10, 15 people in the door, whenever I come in for the event. And last night, literally, by the time I got in the door, the line behind me just packed in.
Yeah.
Everybody showed up at about 6:05, and everybody was ready.
Everybody showed up at the same time.
Exactly.
Where do I park?
Right.
And you know what? I kind of love it that way too, when everybody just shows up all at once, because then it puts Andy Strobel in a perpat out there in the parking lot.
So where do we put them all? Down at your local McDonald's.
Hey, you know, this is another thing. Before we really start getting into things of last night, the prices of McDonald's meals now, right? they're outrageous. Number one, okay, they really are. To feed just 2 people, let's say just 2 people, right? It's upwards of $30.
Yeah.
You got a family of 4, you're paying $60 to $80, right?
Mm-hmm.
Red Lobster prices, shoot.
You come over to the Race Wrestling Arena. For adults, it's what, $20?
$20 to get in.
The kids, much less.
Mm-hmm.
The food inside,
$3, $2.
it's so well priced.
Yep.
That it's unbelievable. During intermissions, you get to meet and greet with some of the wrestlers that come out. You get to purchase all kinds of awesome wrestler merchandise,
Just
World
like
League
this shirt
Wrestling
right here.
merchandise, just like this shirt right here. It's just so amazing. I am so blessed. I'm not trying to make it about me, but I am just so blessed to be a part of World League Wrestling. It does my heart good. It really does. And to see all these other fans coming in. Whew.
New faces.
And
And a lot of new faces.
There was a lot of new
When-
faces last night.
At 6:20, excuse me, at 6:20 when I was going around and speaking to everybody, there was one line, one row of front row seats that every single one of them was a first-time person coming in. Man, that is so cool to see new fans coming in and seeing. And if you have not seen the product yet, I implore you. Implore you. Number one, go to World League Wrestling's Facebook page and YouTube channel and see the TV show, Showdown. All the great action that's going on all over the place. Not just at the Race Wrestling Arena, but when we go out on the road as well. But, man.
I'm telling you,
it's just,
there's not a bad seat in the house.
There really isn't.
Even if you're the last one in, you're still going to have a good seat, and you'll be up close to the action.
See all that Shield action, baby.
Austin Militalo saying, you know, my merch table was packed. It was so cool interacting with the community. And, you know, and that's another thing, you know, for the wrestlers themselves. And Drew, you can testify to this too. It's such a cool thing to be able to meet and greet with the fans and to take a few moments to say hello to them and for them to pat you on the back and give you the kudos or even to put the finger in your face. You know, I don't like you.
Wrestling fans are the greatest people in the world, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And again, also from Austin Militalo, the coolest thing about last night is there was a lot of people that have never been to a show and were not wrestling fans, and we made them fans last night.
Absolutely.
That's the creme de la creme right there.
But that goes to show what a great product that Harley Race and the Academy put on. NWA, WLW really is the best wrestling.
And the boss is going to hate me. He might even jump my throat.
It's not hard to do.
That's right. The boss.
Yeah.
Being mad at you. But the legacy, Leland Race, in these last 6 years, 6.5 years, has taken this company to mountaintop heights. Mountaintop heights. And you know what? We ain't done.
Absolutely not.
We are not even close to being done. There was a time and a period that everybody thought World League was done. We were going to be shutting the doors, no more. You know what? That man, he kept it up. He kept it alive. All the hard work that he has put in, not just with all the backstage stuff, because there's a lot. I mean, there is a lot to go into this. With all the training of wrestlers, you, as a graduate of the Race Wrestling Academy, you know firsthand of the training that goes on, that the Legacy puts you guys through.
It's not easy.
It is not easy.
A lot of people show up and they just can't handle the training, first of all.
That's true. That's very, very true. One and done, as they say. One day and done. But, man, again, the boss, the Legacy, Leland Race, what a man he is. What a man he is.
Yeah, he does everything he can, plus some. And obviously it is working.
Plus some. New dad. He just became a new dad
That's
back
right,
in
that's
October-ish of last year. Himself and his lovely wife, Stacy. Man, just everything that piles up on a person, but he just piles right on through. He piles right on through and puts out I'm going to say it, the best wrestling product that's out there today.
Yep.
It just is the truth.
I agree.
Just is the truth. Now, with all that, let's go ahead and jump into last night. You had a special guest, Superfan, sitting right next to you last night. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about that.
So last night, sitting in the front row was my wife, myself, and Little HD.
Little HD,
Right.
our resident referee, Mr. 1, 2, 3, yeet. HD Daniels,
You're going to be the only one
oldest
today,
son.
just so you know.
Oldest child, I should say. Do what?
You're going to be the only one that does that.
That's okay. I'll yeet enough.
That's a fair statement.
I'll yeet for everybody. I don't care. I'll yeet for you, Superfan. Yeet! Just like that.
Yeah, that's definitely not a Shield thing.
I am so impressed. I am so impressed with Little HD and the knowledge that young man has at 8 years old.
Yeah, we were talking even before. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag what happened, but we were talking about all the WWE stuff going on, all the AEW. I mean, and he was just keeping up. He was like, yeah, well, what about that? What do you think this wrestler's
Knows his
going to
stuff.
do?
He does. He
and
absolutely
then we
knows
were
his
talking
stuff.
about NWA, WLW wrestlers, and, we talked about several things about that.
One day, I pretty much guarantee you, one day he's going to take over my job, and then soon, or maybe even at the same time, he's going to be taking over your job.
Whoa. Wait on a second.
I'm
Not
telling
anytime
you.
soon.
Well, he's 8 years old, Drew. Give him about a decade here.
Right, about 10 years.
He might be
years.
by age 10.
But
Shoot.
boy, I tell you
You better
what,
have
you
a good
better
10
be-
years.
You better have a great 10 years in you, because when he comes in, look out, Katie bar the door. Whoo! Goodness gracious, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. And with all that, before we do jump in to all the happenings, because there was a lot last night to unpack here, we are up against our very first break here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We'll go ahead and take that. And when we come back, a little bit of programming news, and then we'll jump right in to New Year's resolution from last night right here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We'll be right back.
Used firearms, gun repair, and all types of outdoor accessories on Main Street in downtown Winfield. Black Flag Outfitters. Check us out on
Turn that up a little bit for me.
203
Which way?
Main Street
Towards
in
you?
Winfield.
Clockwise.
Got my head bashed in. Did my ear still work?
The Menards 15%
Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
sale is here.
There you go.
Ready to
All the way.
pack it, load it, stuff it, or stack it. If it fits in the bag, you save 15%. Need new tools?
There we go.
Bath or
Now we
faucet,
can hear it.
or
I can
want
hear it
some
before.
snacks.
You hear it?
Put them in
Yeah,
the bag
I can
and
hear it.
save
It wasn't like really
15%.
loud, but-
Wasn't real loud.
Bag
Supposed to have
and
things
store
good to
it.
go anytime.
And find
Hey.
out how much you can fit
Shut
in the
up.
bag.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to get a metal chair. I'm going to get a metal chair. And make you sit in the metal chair.
Outstanding pizza, sandwiches, and pasta. Dine in, carry out, or
Because he's
delivery.
not gonna
Open
swing it in
daily
here,
at 3
'cause
p.m.
break it,
Order
you
online
buy
at
it.
Break it, you buy it.
TraxPizzaCompany.com. Call 264-8600
But you know what I will do?
or come see us
I'll
on
get
Main
a
Street in
metal chair,
historic
tie it
downtown
to the metal
Winfield.
chair,
Trax Pizza,
and I will stick electrical cords to
264-8600.
the chair.
All you have to do is point that heater at him.
Well, that's up just a little bit too loud, I guess, there, Superfan. Let's fix that real quick.
Yeah.
Oopsie and ouch. That kind of hurt a little bit.
And ouch.
Oopsie and ouch. We are back live inside
As you
the
can tell.
Gateway Fiber Studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. A little bit of program news. At 11:30, unfortunately, on the radio side of things, we've got pregame, because at noon it will be kickoff. Sunday's NFL playoff games begin. It will be the Buffalo Bills visiting the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that game is going to be going on. But with that being said, hey, you know what? Facebook side of things will still be going on.
Absolutely.
So if you're listening on the radio and you have the way and the ability to do so, jump on over to Facebook and continue watching and listening. Now, let's go ahead and start this off here. Now, the first match last night, Superstar Steve Fender, the proverbial leader of the Devils of War, taking on a young man that Drew Shields, you know quite well.
Oh, yeah.
Quite well, to be in fact.
You could say that.
The one and only Jay Pierce. And, you know, about 6:45 last night, about 15 minutes before the show, I was doing an interview with him, and he was raring to go. He was ready to jump in there. Always. But, boy, I tell you what, I don't know, guys. I just don't know if Superstar Steve is the one that you want to jump in to the fire with.
Well, the last few events, it seems like Steve's been taking on some of the more the newcomers.
He has been.
And I think he's out there to teach them all a lesson.
Over and over again. And that's exactly what he did last night. I mean, hey, but you know what? I'll say this for the young man, Jay Pierce. He tried.
Yeah.
He gave it his all last night.
He was using his speed and his quickness.
He was doing some moves that you normally don't see against the one and only Drew Shields. But
I mean, Superstar Steve.
I'm sorry. Drew Shields on my mind here.
I was being polite, not interrupting you. Good job.
You don't normally see those kind of moves being performed against Superstar Steve, is what I'm saying.
It kind of took him off his game a little bit.
It did a little bit, but you know what happened?
Experience?
No. When he took Superstar Steve off his game, just for those few moments, Superstar Steve got ticked off. And he then said, to hell with this, and just took it to Jay Pierce. Oh my gosh.
Something about Jay that I've seen over and over. Not the biggest guy in the world, one of the best athletes in the world.
Really?
You cannot tire that guy out, no matter what you do.
Well, unfortunately for Jay Pierce, because he was facing Superstar Steve, and kind of ticked him off a little bit. Yeah. He got chopped from
from one side to the other.
From one side to the other, and then into next weekend. That young man's chest was as red as a ripe tomato when it was all said and done with.
Hey, he'll take it with pride. He'll come back next week to do it again.
Yeah, God love him. God love him. But, you know, I don't know as a whole. I mean, you might be able to get a winner here and there, right? But as a whole, I don't know if you can stop the Devils of War right now. Superstar Steve, All Day Aiden Riley, the monstrous one, Mike Maverick. They've been on a roll, guys. They have been on a serious roll as of late.
Yeah, I mean, they dominated last night, really, to be honest. Little HD was sitting next to me. He was like, the Devils of Nothing. That's what they are to me. The Devils of Nothing.
It's a smart kid. Very smart
So
kid.
I like that. I think we should start calling them the Devils of Nothing.
I agree. You got no argument from Drew Shields, brother.
Well, I wouldn't say that to Superstar Steve's face.
You might be next.
And I don't think you would either, to be quite honest, Drew Shields. Or would you?
Hey, I'll take him on every chance. Win or not, I'll definitely get in there with him. Probably a fantastic training exercise. More importantly, the other guys, Mike and Aiden, anytime they want, Drew Shields is here for them.
Yeah, I think, well, actually, first and foremost, from the chat room, Trisha McDerry Williams, good morning, Sarge, Tim, and Drew. Yeet right back to you. Thank you for joining us this morning. And Austin Militalo saying, Steve likes beating up the young guys. And, yeah, I think that's the biggest reason why he gets in there with you young guys, is just so he can beat up on you.
That's putting it lightly.
Captain Freedom, Josh Mudd, Austin was right. I worked concession and asked a lot of customers if they had been before, and a big majority was new fans. It's awesome to see a full house. And Austin Militalo saying as well, Steve's kids. Interesting.
Okay.
He's making you his kids.
Oh, fantastic.
Take you to the woodshed, too.
Little redheaded stepchildren.
Let's go to the woodshed.
And he's been, man.
Took his chops during that Rumble event. That was not a fun event.
I've said this, I don't know, 1,000 times. Both on the TV broadcasts, here on this show, and I absolutely believe this. The Legacy Leland race and Superstar Steve Fender, two of the most hardest chops in the entire industry.
So you're not lying.
You've taken some chops.
Oh, yeah. From Leland himself, from Steve, from Mike, from Aiden. Entire group of people.
I'm going to ask you, now that you've been in the game for it's just a little bit, but you're in the game now. Who has the hardest chop? Is it the Legacy Leland race, or is it Superstar Steve Fender? And we need an answer. You've got to say one or the other.
Oh, good Lord. You put me on the spot like that?
So what he's thinking is if he says one thing, that next training he does is going to be really, really
Be careful
tough.
with your next words, Drew Shields.
See, there is a difference there. When you got in training, I mean, Leland goes all out. It hurts till about a month later, you know what I mean?
And then you've got all this other training you've got to go through in between that time, before it heals completely.
Steve whacked the air out of me before he even touched me. You know what I mean? Whew. I would say in the ring, obviously in front of people, is going to be Steve. But obviously I've never fought Leland inside the ring.
Right? And I don't think you want to either.
I think my answer for now is going to be Leland. But I mean, what we're going to see. You never know what's going to happen to World League Wrestling, dude.
You know what this is?
Right.
This is his first time. And well done.
Right.
I'll say well done.
Thought
it's
out.
his first time playing politics.
Exactly.
Playing the politics of the business, as we say.
So you don't want to get on either of their bad sides. Leland is boss.
The captain himself, Captain Freedom, Josh Mudd, saying, so far, let me get in the ring. I got a pretty big hand.
Oh, yeah. I felt his chops, too. Nothing's fun about that.
Goodness.
He'll get in there eventually.
I can't wait to
Exciting.
see. I cannot wait to see Captain Freedom.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be so...
Oh, he's going to charge up the building with electricity, brother.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to ask you also, before we continue on, because the next match that we're going to talk about is your match. Are you a secret grandchild of somebody like John Kerry that we don't know about? The reason I ask this is because, John Kerry, regardless, it doesn't matter. Sorry, I'm going to offend some people here.
Good.
But that dude was so flip-floppity wish-wash that he didn't know which side he wanted to be on, right? With all kinds of different issues. Drew Shields, I got to ask you, which side of the fence are you going to be on? The good side or the bad side? Because in the last couple of months, we've seen you flip-flop back and forth. 1 minute you're happy-go-lucky, the next minute you're wailing ticked off, and it's like, dude, what is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me is a very good question. I can't really answer that. But I don't consider myself a bad guy. I don't consider myself a good guy either way. what happened with Camaro, I mean, it's no secret they've been overlooking me since the day I walked into that building.
Let's
you know what I mean?
break that down a little bit real quick, because at last month's event, the Christmas Bash Spectacular, you and I were doing an interview, and I had brought up the fact that you were about to be in a non-title match with Camaro Jackson, one of the biggest folks that you'd been in the ring with, coming up, and you lost it on me. You were like,
it was deserved.
It wasn't my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault somebody else didn't tell you that it was a non-title match.
It's fair enough. You kind of took the
Number one.
heat.
And number two, sometimes you just got to roll with the punches and make your own pudding, right? And that's what you did. As soon as you left me, you went straight on out to that ring. You'd had enough and got on the microphone and you berated Camaro Jackson like it was nothing. It was like, whoa, what are we seeing here? And then last night, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here, Superfan. You were sitting just on the other side of the guardrails here. Little Mr. Goody Two Shoes.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not the right words for it.
I think
but
last
you know where
night,
I'm going with this.
Right. But see, last night, I think it's more or less who he was facing. Because we know the person that he faced last night is probably one of the most hated people, especially by me, in NWA, WLW.
No arguments.
The biggest little dog.
The biggest little dog.
In World League Wrestling.
Little puppy.
All day.
The little chihuahua.
Aiden Riley. And with that being said, yeah, you were in a match with All Day Aiden Riley last night. One half of the NWA World League Tag Team Champions. Of course, that's with the Monstrous One.
Yeah.
Mike Maverick. And their leader, Superstar Steve Fender. You know, real quick, Herb Simmons jumping in there saying, good day, gentlemen, and good afternoon, or good morning, I should say, to you as well, sir. Appreciate you jumping in. Of course, he is the owner promoter of SICW.
Okay.
Go check them out, SICW.org, for all their awesome stuff that's going on. You were kind of lucky last night, to be honest about it.
How's that?
Because both Superstar Steve and the Monstrous One had their hands kind of full with other things going on, and all you had to face was Aiden Riley. Because most of the time, when somebody's facing one of those guys, there's at least one or two other guys on the outside trolling around, waiting to see if they can help.
Assist.
Yeah, they got to mug their opponents every single match
Exactly.
they're in.
So you kind of...
I mean, are you a good athlete or not? You need 4 people all at once, 3 people, 2 people.
You got to be a Superman sometimes, right? It's wild. It's wild. The numbers game, they use it to their advantage, is really what I'm saying.
Just put it lightly, Sarge.
They use it to their advantage. So you had a serious shot last night.
Oh, yeah.
Taking down Aiden Riley.
Oh, just about there, too.
And you were. You're very close. And I'll say this. And let me say this to you. You're so close. You were so close, Aiden Riley, to getting that win over Aiden Riley, I should say. That I hope that it didn't get in your head. And what I mean by that is it frustrates you to the point where you can't move forward. And then we've seen that happen with many folks, right? Because you're right there, my friend. One day, very, very soon, you're going to pull off that win. It's not going to be an upset win. You're going to pull off that win. And sky's the limit still, even.
Absolutely.
Even right now. But even after that,
you haven't
look
seen
out.
1/4 of what Drew Shields can bring to you. They put me against Aiden, pretty sure. When it gets Mike, when it gets Steve in the Rumble itself, obviously I've never had one-on-ones with either one of them. It's probably going to happen in the future. But Aiden itself, I mean, you saw the top rope, you saw the grapples, you saw everything we did against each other. You saw the little bark, silly stuff that he does. I don't know what I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you saw the ending to the match, didn't you?
Unfortunately.
Well, you frustrated him enough that he had to pull some shenanigans.
And that's the thing. Like I was
Frustrated?
gonna say, even if the numbers aren't out there, they love to pull these shenanigans all the time, and you've got to be 1,000% ready for it, and expecting it really, and be able to modify your game plan just a little bit, I would say. And you're not far off, because you had him on a couple of different occasions, very, very, very close.
Oh, nothing against Aiden besides, I mean, all the tactics they use, obviously, in the ring. The guy is one of the most resilient guys I've ever been in the ring with. I honestly halfway expected him to kick out of the stuff I gave to him, but I was going for that win. And to your point, frustration, or is it desperate?
Right.
Like, is he desperate going against Drew Shields? I think so.
Could be. But, I mean, Superstar Steve having his hands full. Monstrous One, Mike Maverick, having his hands full.
Yep. Champion, man.
And we'll talk about what happened later on in the night, because there was a tag team event or match as well at last night's event. But Aiden Riley out there all by himself because of it. It was a great opportunity. And it won't be the last. I know this. Knowing you, it won't be the last opportunity. I'm just saying, you might want to change your tactics a little bit when you're going up against somebody like Aiden Riley. Maybe, I don't know, Superfan, fight fire with fire kind of thing is what I'm saying.
Last night would have been a great night to bring out a lead pipe, because you figured he was probably going to use one on you.
Yeah, no one deserves it better than Aiden, I'll tell you that.
Austin Molitalo chiming in saying, Aiden Chihuahua Riley.
Got that right.
You just got to put your hand out in front of Aiden's face and let him tire himself out.
Hey, I brought a busy bone. I'm surprised you didn't go come over and grab that busy bone and make him chase it last night.
Hey, that would have been a sight to see.
Yeah.
Have the hands full at the moment, you know what I mean?
It definitely would have been a sight to see, that's for sure.
You got to give it to him, though. I mean, 2 matches. I'm pretty sure that's not the first night that he's had 2 matches in one night. He had me first, and I'm questioning whether he still has that massive bump on his forehead that I gave him from that shot to his forehead.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
Took him down. What happened? Oh, you got to resort to cheating tactics to win? That's real nice and dandy. That's
Gil
fun.
Marquez in the chat room saying, I need to speak to Mr. Shields about his VSC. I have no clue what that means. I don't know if we want to know what that means.
I don't think we should go down that line.
All right, we won't. And with that being said, hey,
I know who that man is. No, you don't want to know the answer to that question.
We are up against our last break of this first hour. We're going to go ahead and take that. And when we come back, hey, we will continue talking about last night's awesome event that was put on by NWA's World League Wrestling. New Year's resolution at the Race Wrestling Arena right after this.
Of course. I don't hear it. Of course he's going to chime in.
Turn it back down. So it doesn't blur out
People are
again.
talking about Don Julio's Mexican
We'll see what
restaurant in
happens.
the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's
I'm not
Taco
sure why it
Express
did
at
that.
number 3
Well, I had it
Center.
cranked up. Maybe that's
Setting
where
the
the
standard
feedback was
for
coming
authentic
from.
Mexican food
It
and
might be.
great drinks.
Because then
Carry
once
out
I
or
turned it
dine
back
in 7
down
days a week
halfway,
at both
then
great
it
locations.
went away.
Stop
You
in
just-
or
you
order
just turned
online
it
for
just
carry
now.
out at
No, I
Don Julio's
cranked all the way back up
Winfield.com.
again.
Oh, no, bring it back down
Don
halfway like you had it
Julio's
before.
You act like you've never
And
done
then
this
we'll just
before.
raise it up as we need to.
Restaurant
Yeah.
in the Winfield Plaza
Yeah.
and Don Julio's Taco
I mean,
Express at
I can
3
control
Center.
the volume of the speaker
Yeah.
from here as long as it's plugged in and just turned up a
It's
little
Don
bit.
Julio's Mexican restaurant in the
Yeah,
Winfield
I can-
Plaza
I can
and
make
Don
that go
Julio's
much louder
Taco
like that.
Express at number 3 Troy
So, but
Center.
I think when both of them are up,
Yeah.
that's
it's-
where the feedback's coming
Mexican
from.
food home to Lincoln County.
But we'll see.
Hasta pronto.
Trust the
the
professionals
technician around here?
hiring Carmi
Austin Molitalo saying, next time I come in, we are going to have a dance-off.
development expert.
Yes.
I don't know who he's
Yeah.
talking about having a dance-off with.
I'll break out the
but-
roller coaster.
We're ready.
Oh.
Well, you don't want to see Drew Shields get down, partner. It's going to be a bad day for everybody.
Oh, goodness.
services that we need.
Yeah, bring that down
There's
some.
been a lot of interest by commercial developers to come and bring projects to, and we're right in the middle of it. There is a lot
Specialist
of
over here.
multifamily
Very talented.
apartments or villas. Bottom line,
Yeah.
Takes a lot of talent.
It does.
Okay, we've got.
Really know what
let's
you're doing.
see,
multifamily and rental properties, whether it's a retail type.
A minute
operation,
10
trying to
before we
attract those
back live on the radio.
to the area as
Minute
well.
10.
Meyer and Company
Minute
Real
10?
Estate and Auctions.
No, we don't do that.
Drive in Troy.
A
636-416-5555. Online at
1 minute.
meyerlistings.com.
In fields where
1
needs
minute.
getting knocked down, farmers count on Liberty Ultra
I
Herbicide.
definitely expected it to be sold out. I didn't know there was going to be as many new people there as what it was.
It was wild.
You know what I mean?
It was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Results Colorado.
Austin says, Sarge, I know those hips don't lie.
Yeah.
That's all you're getting.
I think the people want to see more.
Nope.
Posting on Facebook everywhere, posting live.
Nope.
Sarge, yeah, live dance.
30
off.
seconds. Erica Walters with the weather, I should say.
No, we don't change the subject. Dance off, partner.
I can't hear you.
Monday's high will be in the upper 40s. Sky is clear likely. Temperatures in the upper 50s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy, it's 28.
10 seconds.
Knoxville, it's 28 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate, or farm ground. Meyer and Company Real Estate and Auctions online at meyerlistings.com.
Mics are going live.
A little bit.
A little bit, barely.
Some technical issues going on this morning at the radio station. We are figuring it out as we go along here.
Good job, Sarge.
We'll get it under control one of these days. I don't know if it'll be today or not.
I don't know.
You know,
A little bit tired from last night.
a little bit.
You can say that.
A little bit. It was a very, very long day for myself yesterday as well. You know, I want to dedicate this show today to my uncle that passed away 3 days before Christmas. A little bit of a hard holiday season for the fam. Had a celebration of life for him yesterday
Okay.
before the show. So, before the wrestling show yesterday. So, love you, Unc. Gonna miss you. We'll see you again another day soon. With all that, you know, jumping back into New Year's resolution last night. You know, you didn't pick up that win against Aiden Riley Drew Shields. But again, so close, so very, very close on many different occasions. You know this. You don't really need me to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Go ahead.
Just keep plugging away, my friend. Just keep plugging away, doing what you're doing, and
Be yourself.
those wins will start piling up. I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
My question: where was the referee's eyes when that was happening?
Who was the referee for your match? It
HD.
was,
Pretty sure it was
It
HD.
was HD Daniels. You know, I'll say this, with all day Aiden Riley, he is so crafty. He really is. He's so crafty that he can do things and get away with things without the referee saying. He's the biggest little dog in World League
The
Wrestling.
little chihuahua.
He really is. I mean,
His bark's bigger than his bite.
so I don't personally, and this, I think this is the way you should look at this too. I don't personally hold HD Daniels responsible for that, or Brandon Toll, or anyone, Caleb Barton, or any of the referees in World League Wrestling. It falls on all day Aiden Riley, sometimes Monstrous One Mike Maverick, Superstar Steve Fender, other folks that pull these dirty tactics as they do, and the referee not seeing them. It's because of them. It's not the referee. It's them.
They should expect it by now, don't you think?
What you should expect it?
Well, let me ask you this.
Everybody in that building should
Let's
expect
put it like this.
Okay.
Let's put it like this real quick. Do you have eyes in the back of your head?
That's a negative, Sarge.
Neither do the referees. Neither do the referees, my friend.
But hang your head that he had to go lower tactics just to pick up the win against you.
Yeah, I'm surprised he was reaching for the pipe.
Trisha McGarry Williams in the chat room, she says it pretty well. Crafty equals cheating, and that's what he does. he's pretty doggone crafty inside that ring. I'm just glad that he's not carrying around that crazy lead pipe anymore. Well, oh crud! I opened up that mouth on that one, didn't I?
Yeah, wait till you see him next time.
You might have it.
I have a pipe of my own for him.
Well, there you go. Hey, we've got another event coming up. February the 7th at the Race Wrestling Arena. Cannot wait for that one. And then also another event in February. We go on the road for the first time in 2026 as we go down to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri for the Salute to Service 4. I cannot wait. It is, and don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love our crowds at the Race Wrestling Arena. When it's sold out, it's just one of the best places on earth to watch a wrestling event. It just is, right?
It is.
But Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri is a different creature altogether. Last year, I think we had roughly 1,200 fans.
That's what I was
up
thinking.
inside that
I know it's over 1,000.
Man.
I've yet to compete there.
But you've been there, right?
I've been there.
Yeah.
It is something to behold. It really truly is. And the electricity in the building, you can literally feel it rising as we're going along. Man, it's just one of the best places to go. And I cannot wait. February the 28th is that date. The last Saturday in
Mark your
February.
calendars, baby.
Mark your calendars.
Boom.
If you're in that area, keep an eye on HarleyRace.com. Get your tickets as soon as they become available. Because I'm telling you what, just like at the Race Wrestling Arena, that one is going to fill out quickly.
Yep.
Very, very quickly. With that being said, let's move on in these matches. And let's get on to one of your...
Well, I know where we're going, but before he did that, he mentioned something.
What's that?
Right after their match, we had an interview with Ben in the Thoroughbreds.
He just...
I know I did.
He just steps all over me
I know
all
I
the
did.
time, your
See,
shields.
I can see
It's
the
fun.
look in his eyes. See the look in his eyes?
I do the same thing at the arena. It's very fun.
Right.
Oh,
If we're
yeah.
going to chronological order,
much fun.
if we're going in chronological order,
Where do you think I was going?
Where was
Where
it
do you think I was going?
I don't know.
Exactly. You don't know. Keep your mouth shut until I
Where are we
say
going,
it.
Sarge?
We're going to go before one of your favorite wrestlers, and he's in the chat room now, the astonishing one, Austin Moitalo, was to take on the Deliverer Moses.
Oh, yes.
We got an interview with Ben Simon and the tag team, the Thoroughbreds, the Natural Atlas Armstrong, and his tag team partner, Talon Graves. And, you know, they came in a little fired up, which is always cool to see. You know, they have faced the Devils of War a couple of different times over the last several months, have not been able to break through and get that proverbial win against the Devils of War. One, because of the tactics that the Devils of War used,
Makes
just
both
like
of
they
us.
did with you last night. The numbers game, Superstar Steve trolling around that ring. Yeah.
You were there for the
Yeah.
Rumble, right? All those months ago?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
you remember what
always
happened there? You remember what happened there?
What?
As soon as I get in there, man, winning or not, I mean, they definitely ruined the moment I was supposed to have there. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
I got in
They
there.
ruined your moment real quick. That was your
As soon
debut.
as I get there, first person, Aiden. Second person, Mike, drop kick. All of a sudden, here comes Steve, chops. Big Mike, chops. Here comes Aiden. What's the guy supposed to do when he got the entire team on
Exactly,
you?
that's what I'm saying. Maybe you guys need to start banding together a little bit, forming a little bit of a better, or not better, forming a bond together in the back, and start facing and throwing fire
The
with
smartest
fire.
thing you've ever said, Sarge.
I've said that I don't know how many times on this show. Nobody seems to listen though.
Took them both to throw me over. I don't consider myself the biggest guy around here, you know what? Lifted, trying to gain some weight, but I mean, Mike's big enough by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Aiden with them, I mean, there's really no chance.
And Austin Molitalo in the chat room saying one of my favorite shows. Of course, he's speaking about the Fort
Sweet.
Leonard Wood show, and that's his home ground. So, he's going to be there.
Yep.
And it hasn't been posted yet, so keep your eye on World League Wrestling's Facebook page and the YouTube channel for Showdown, because very soon you're going to see an interview that I did with Austin Molitalo, and he puts out a special challenge, a very special challenge, and we'll see if that challenge gets answered or not. But back to talking about the Thoroughbreds here, they came out and they literally challenged again. Well, not again. They didn't really challenge before. They were just thrown in to the mix. Let's call it what it is. But they literally challenged this time the Devils of War to a tag team match for later on in the evening. And the stipulation was that they wanted was if they could pull off that victory, they would get a shot at the NWA World League Tag Team Championships currently being held by All Day Aiden Riley and the monstrous one, Mike Maverick. A bold move.
Yeah.
A very bold move, Superfan.
Yeah, I was sitting there and talking to Little HD at that point, and I said, do you think they're going, Superstar Steve and Aiden going to accept? He goes, no, why should they? That was his exact words that came out of his mouth. Why should they?
Yeah. Yeah. But in the back, I could hear Superstar Steve. You know what? Fine. They want to fight. We're going to give them a fight. So later on in the evening, and we'll get to it here in a little while, but it was to be All Day Aiden Riley and Superstar Steve Fender going up against the Thoroughbreds. And if the Thoroughbreds could pull off that victory, they would get a shot at Fort Leonard Wood. We'll talk about it here in just a little bit. Austin Molitalo, the astonishing one, going up against the Deliverer Moses. And the astonishing one has been here for what? A good 3-4 years? Something along those lines? 5 years? 3-4 years? The Deliverer Moses a little bit longer. But in all that time period that we've had both the astonishing one and the Deliverer, we had never gotten a one-on-one match between them two.
Mm-hmm.
So, very first event last night, history being made yet again at the Race Wrestling Arena, for it was the astonishing one against the Deliverer. Wow, what a match.
I have to throw out my best Jed Clammett. Well, doggy. I mean, it was a barn burner. I mean, that match.
And I know because he's
not
your
only
favorite,
because he's my
your
favorite.
You're going to say it was the match of the night. We understand, we get it, but
There's a little bias going on here.
But I mean, to be quite honest, man, it was hard to pick a winner.
Yeah,
it's hard to pick a winner.
I'd really like to see
even
that
if
one
you
run
are a
back
favorite
again.
of one of the two.
Run it back. Run it back.
Definitely. I definitely want to see it ran back and done again.
Both of them are the most competitive guys I've ever met in my entire life.
For sure.
I can't even say who's better than who. I got no idea.
For sure. But also at the same time, boy, the Deliverer Moses, he's not a happy camper, guys.
No.
He's not a happy person at all anymore.
He didn't like the
He's
serenade.
kind of in the middle of another losing streak. Because we saw about a 9-month-long losing streak that started in November of 2024 and ran through almost towards the end of the summer of last year. And he pulled off a couple of wins in a row, yes. But then he's been on a 2 or 3 match losing streak now. And I don't know. I'm worried about you guys in the back. I really am.
Well, if you think about it, he tied at the Door to Destiny Rumble. Then they had another match, Camaro and Moses.
And he lost.
Then
it was a triple threat match.
Then it was a triple threat match.
And he
lost.
Carson.
So,
like I said, they say 3 in a row is a streak.
Okay.
He's on a losing streak again.
Something
And we
about-
saw what happened when he went on the losing streak the last time. Referees got knocked out. Other wrestlers got beat up on until he got what he wanted. Look out.
Something about going against Camaro Jackson just kind of infuriates you, raises your blood pressure, makes you take it to little different heights.
We are up against the end of the hour. We're going to go ahead and jump to the top of the hour news, and we'll be back in about 6 minutes or so to continue on the second hour, half hour of Uncensored Wrestling Talk. And we'll see you on the other side of the break right here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO.
Those protesters in Austin, Texas, some arrests were made in Austin and Los Angeles. No arrests, though, in some cities like New York City and Denver.
When I
US
looked at the
Meantime
clock,
on
it said
Saturday,
11:51.
launching another round of attacks on ISIS targets in Syria.
It happened.
Officials say this is payback for the killing
It
of those
happened.
2
So you're
our
gonna say
National
anything
Guard
about the
soldiers
possible
and their
incident?
American interpreter last
Oh,
month
yeah.
in Syria.
We're
But
gonna
all
bring it up.
comes
There
as
was
the
a
United
major
States is
incident
working
that
closer
happened
with
last time, but we're
Syria's
not gonna bring
government
it
to
up
root
yet.
out and
We're gonna do
destroy
it
the remnants
the
of
right
ISIS.
way.
Right.
And that's Fox's
We're gonna
Lucas
do it when we
Tomlinson.
start back
Those
up on
attacks
the
by
radio.
the
Did you hear
U.S. again.
the serenade of the
Retaliation
Na-na-na
for the
song?
killing of 2 National Guardsmen and their
did
interpreter.
not make
weeks
Moses
ago.
happy when he
America's
did.
listening to Fox News.
One, you were back there. He was throwing things around.
Yeah.
He was
Not-
throwing
it's not
things
happy.
around.
Number 10 on Forbes'
Not a
list
happy
of the
camper
100
at
most
all.
successful small cap American
I try to stay out of the
companies
guy's
for
way.
the year 2025. Now that is a recognition earned by solving
Moses
real
stopped him
problems
through
for
there
real
angry. He said,
people.
okay.
Their mission is simple, designed to
So you
stop,
go to the
not
other
kill,
side of the line.
non-lethal force,
Oh, hey, but-
BYRNA.com. Burner creates launchers for everyone
Let-
in
let's
the
just not
family.
talk to him right
The
now.
newest burner,
Does he do a lot of
compact, is
training
small
with you
enough
guys,
to
or-
fit in a
Oh,
pocket or
he's-
purse. Yet
he
powerful
pops in
enough
every
to
once in a
deliver real
while. I mean, I don't
stopping
think
power, even
everybody
60
needs
feet
training,
out.
but that guy
It
don't
gives you
need an
confidence to
extensive
defuse
amount.
a
I mean, he's
dangerous
also an
situation
athlete.
without
No, but-
having to resort
Yeah,
to
part
lethal
is knowledge
force. I
now.
carry one every
Well,
day, and I
I've
believe that
s-
every family and family member
I've seen him
should
there
have
at
burner
least
within
3 or
their
4
reach.
times since
Now
I've been
fires
there,
potent
yeah.
Right.
He
kinetic,
comes in,
tear
helps
gas,
out,
and
gives a
pepper
little,
ammo rounds that can
gives a
disable
pep
any
talk,
attacker
you know,
for up to 30 or
while you're
40
doing this
minutes.
wrong, you
Law
do it like
enforcement
this.
agencies
Right.
all across
You know
the
what I mean?
country now use burner
So of all
technology.
the-
Just visit
what I would consider
BYRNA.com
vets or
today and find
graduates
the
that
right
come in.
launcher for you and your family. That's
Who's there?
burner.com.
Kind of.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Stocks ending the day and a week higher with the Dow and S&P
Oh, yeah,
500
yeah.
notching record
Oh, yeah,
closes
I mean,
following
that's
sluggish
absolutely the right
December
choice right there.
hiring.
And they're
Employers adding just
almost every single
50,000
week.
jobs
Ah.
last month, nearly unchanged from a revised
You get on her
figure
bad side
of
whatsoever. I
6,000
mean,
in November
you're
and
just
capping
starting
the worst
to
year
start
of
the next
hiring
three
since
months of not life.
2020. The
Yeah, bad
unemployment
dreams
rate
are
slipped to
nice. Oh my God,
4.4% from 4.5% in November. That figure was also revised lower. Tech gained while healthcare and financials lagged. The
That is a
Magnificent
short little
Seven
woman
big tech
with
stocks
the
were
one
mostly
biggest
higher
anger
for
I've
the
ever
day
seen in my
and
entire
week.
life.
The Dow up
She
238
were-
points, the Nasdaq higher by 191,
Did
S&P
she have a
500
match
up
with Jay Pierce?
45.
Yeah.
And shares of Oklo and Vistra surged after Meta Platforms announced it had
Smack
inked
the
landmark
dog out of it.
agreements with the
Yeah.
nuclear energy companies to power its
Yeah.
AI projects. That's your Fox Business
Did not
Report.
expect that to
I'm Hillary
happen.
Barsky,
No.
invested in you.
We're like, ooh.
They saw we have a match. Here comes Jay Pierce. I'm like, what?
From around the
All
world,
right,
Trey Inks,
here we go,
joining us
partner.
from Tel Aviv, Israel, to Washington,
Perfect.
Emmanuel, to your own backyard. If a story
That's fine,
impacts
I
you
don't want
or
that.
your wallet, we're on it. It's the
just
Fox
like
News
this.
Rundown. Every story, the deeper look it deserves,
Runner-
with must-listen
Runner go
interviews
against all
and
three.
smart
It was a
analysis
war
from
to
the
her.
voices you can trust. Start your day with the Fox News Rundown. Listen and follow now at
Gil said Bruce Shields
foxnewsrundown.com
helps
or wherever you
old
get your
ladies
favorite
cross the
podcasts.
street in his spare time.
The season's race is
Drew Shields is a great guy.
And the
I mean,
checkers
he's
a nice guy.
He gets back to the environment.
Sounds like he just gets angry at times.
You're crossing the finish line with more bushels.
I tend to blow the little too much every once in a while, but it's going to be a very good repeat.
Right.
Okay? I mean, not title match. Seriously.
Lock and mirror this top with your retailer now
2 minutes.
and start next season out front.
We're back live on the radio.
Always read and follow label instructions.
Oh yeah, I had to get out there and make that shot mine. 'Cause they
Gil
weren't gonna do
Marquez
that to me.
in the chat room says Drew Shields helps old ladies cross the street in his spare time. Then Austin Molitalo joins in and says Gil Marquez kisses them and steals their retainer too. Whoa!
It's almost like you know the guy personally. God dang. Hey, I'm an absolute angel. I get a little mad every once in a while, okay? It's okay, but, you know,
Always read and follow label instructions.
absolute angel. Let's put it like that. Called the Shield Angel. Isn't that right, Sarge?
Sure.
Held up with a little bit of horns.
Bears rallied from a 15-point deficit with 13
That was a wild game last
remaining
night.
to trail the Green Bay Packers.
No, we're not worried about any games. We're worried about your
1:40
shields.
left As we dial in Jeff Zodiac on Station WMVP.
What was that? They're brushing me aside. Non-title everywhere I go. But the fun thing is, I mean, besides the Rumble, every single match I've had is against a current champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Final score,
Is that right,
Bears
Sarge?
31,
Just
Packers
a
27.
smidge, just a
Earlier
little.
Saturday, the Los Angeles Rams won in
too
Carolina
much.
34-31 on Matthew
It's a half a
Stafford's
dot.
19-yard touchdown pass to Colby Parkinson with 38 seconds
See what
remaining. In
30
Major League
seconds.
Baseball
Well, 40
Saturday
seconds.
night, the Chicago Cubs
Now,
agreed to
before
a
it goes
5-year,
against Miners, it's gonna
$175
happen.
million deal.
When it
with
happens.
third baseman
He has a
Alex
collection of
Bregman.
retainers
News
mounted
Radio
on his
KYR, full
wall.
weather from the Meyer and Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com.
Is she going to say
Personal
31,
information.
32?
Getting down to 25 overnight tonight.
32
Monday's
now.
high will be
Let's
in
see
the
what
upper
she
40s.
says.
Sky is clear likely. Temperatures in the upper 50s forecast for
TMI.
Tuesday. Currently in Troy, it's
That's a
30.
thing for her.
In Warrenton, it's 29 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate, or farm
Is that right,
grounds.
Sarge?
Meyer and Company
Yeah, I
Real
bet.
Estate and Auctions online
I don't know
at
what the heck you were just talking about,
I'm
bro.
Erica Walker.
Yeah.
Mics are going live.
That never listens. The only thing he's worried about is not title matches.
And no feedback.
That time, no feedback.
No feedback
Excellent.
that time.
You gotta get things right at least once in a lifetime, Sarge.
This guy. This guy over
So
here.
who's worse, him or me now?
Like I said at the beginning of the show, I have got my hands full this morning. H.D. Daniels, where the heck are you?
Shield time in for the week, partner, I'll tell you that.
And we are live here in the Gateway Fiber Studio, News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. We're also live on our Facebook feeds, the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page, the Facebook page of the radio station as well. You can find that one at 1280 AM, 105.3 FM. Those numbers just reversed. KYRO. You'll find it there. You can join us in the chat room and talk, hey, give us some questions, comments, whatever they are. We'll read them. We'll keep it clean here. Superfan, we are also on X at UW Talk.
KYRO.
There you go. And then, hey, we've got a Discord channel.
Yep, Uncensored Wrestling Talk Show.
You find that on Discord. Join that. And very, very soon, very, very
Exciting
soon,
news. Exciting
it
news.
may even be next weekend. We'll see how things go.
Uh-huh.
But we will also be streaming on YouTube as well coming up.
Yes, that is so exciting, and appreciate some of the technology people on the team that have came up with this idea, because I think it's really going to open
Absolutely.
up and maybe get more eyes on the product.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, before we went to break, we were talking about the Austin Militalo and the Deliverer Moses match. And you know what? It was such an awesome back and forth match between them two. Austin Militalo coming out as the victor in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yet again, the Deliverer Moses on that losing side of things, and it's now a streak. Man, like I was saying, be careful, because he's about to lose his marbles again. And you know what? It happened last night. We had, in the crowd last night,
Oh, that's right.
YouTube sensation. Over 1 million, 1.5 million to be exact, followers of the one and only Chris Danger in the crowd. And the Deliverer Moses, got into it with him just a little bit. I think he slapped him, if I remember
No,
correctly.
he had something in his hand. I couldn't see because really I had like the camera guy and the post in my way. But you can see the two were drawn, and then you see Moses.
I was looking at the screen.
Moses' hand comes down and hits something. I don't know if it was water bottle or whatever in his hand, or if he hit him in the face. I don't know.
Either way, it don't even matter
A little
now.
disrespectful.
Very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. And I had the pleasure and the honor of having an interview with Chris Danger after all that happened. Man, he's looking for a little bit of retribution. He is going to be coming for the Deliverer Moses very, very soon. Look out, Katie bar the door, as I like to say, because that one, if it happens, man, fireworks.
Yeah.
Fireworks in the making.
Yep.
It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild.
Yeah, seeing his followers helps him in the ring.
Hey, we'll see what happens. But you can't deny, I mean, like him or not, Drew Shields, 1.5 million subscribers is nothing to sneeze at.
That's a good amount, not gonna lie.
Don't get on the bad side of somebody like that. Don't. Just don't do it.
Discretion better than valor right
He's
there.
gonna make a nasty TikTok about us? Is that what's going on?
You know?
I don't think Moses cares about that.
The Deliverer about to find out here very soon. He's about to find out very, very soon. Austin Militalo has a very interesting question for you, Drew Shields.
Uh-huh.
He says, Drew, what's your favorite sushi?
Favorite sushi? Shoot. That's a random question. I gotta go with the volcano roll.
A volcano roll.
That's gonna be followed up by something. That's not just a random question. With Austin, it's gonna be something worse down the line.
Probably. Be ready. It's coming.
Something's going to erupt.
I like my stuff spicy.
After the intermission last night, and we've got about 19 minutes left here on the show because at 11:30 we do go to pregame for the Bills and Jaguars game that'll kick off at noon. You can continue watching and listening on the Facebook side of things. After intermission last night, the NWA World League Ladies Division Championship on the line. Cameron Burnett defending for the first time that championship that she won last month at the end of the year, Christmas Bash Spectacular, taking it from Skylar Sparks. Talk about jumping out of the pan and into the fire. My good Lord have mercy. She went up against 6'5".
That's right.
Spawn of Khan. And we're speaking of Attila Khan.
Right.
Lilith Khan. My good God.
I was wondering how she drew that lottery number to get that one as her first challenger.
Ooh.
Man, oh man, what a big girl.
And
Little HG goes,
she's scary.
She's as big as Nia Jax.
Bigger. Taller.
Yeah.
Taller than Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Taller.
She walked to the back. I got out of her way real quick. It's like,
And agile.
Yeah.
My good Lord have mercy. She threw Cameron Burnett around like she was a doggone ragdoll.
Oh, yeah.
My God, how the heck did Cameron Burnett survive that last night, let alone retain against Lilith Khan? Because that's what she ended up able to being able to do. She was able to retain last night and get the win over Lilith Khan, but my God.
Yeah.
My good Lord.
That one was all heart by Cameron Burnett. I mean, she was just taking it and taking a beating and more and more. And luckily, I think Lilith slipped on that proverbial banana peel.
You know, Sherry Harley, our mama bear, says Lilith Khan's chops had to leave a lasting impact on Cameron's chest.
Mm-hmm.
She was brutal. We felt them at the merch table. And the merch table is a good little distance away from the ring itself.
There were some hard chops last night, and I think hers might have been the hardest.
And Trisha McGarry Williams chiming in saying Cameron Burnett is queen. She proved it last night. My goodness. Because I'll tell you what, 90% of that match, 90% of that match was Lilith Khan just beating on Cameron Burnett.
She made Daddy proud. Good Lord.
You know, if Cameron Burnett isn't careful, if she has to face her again in the near future, we may see a brand new ladies division champion. My gosh.
Who's going to take it from her?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That pause just said
Exactly.
millions of wonders there, dude.
I'm telling you, it's craziness. It's absolute craziness. I did get to speak with her last night. Well, I tried to speak with her last night on an interview. The look I got, the look she put towards the camera, said it all. She did not want to. She didn't want to speak to really anyone, and she didn't. She brushed you off like you were yesterday's newspaper. And I ain't lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was not happy afterwards.
She even, I hate to say this, I'm going to do it. Austin Mulitalo, the astonishing one. She did a number on him in the back. She beat him up a little bit. He got in the way by accident. It wasn't on purpose. He was just in the way a little bit. And she beat him down. Everybody is in trouble here with Lilith Khan in the locker room. Get out of the way. You see her coming. Go to the other side of the room. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
That's another smart thing you said.
I did get a one-word answer out of her though.
Okay.
After her match was over with, you know, I tried to get an interview with her before the match, but after the match was over with, I asked her if she would come on to this show and talk with us, and she said yes.
Ooh.
So very, very soon, we will have 6'5", the spawn of Khan, Lilith Khan, here in the studio. It's going to be interesting.
You think that means Papa's going to show up to World League Wrestling sometime soon?
You know, Trisha McGarry Williams saying, I want to see Lilith take on Skylar Sparks. You know,
Katie bar the door.
I'm going to say something
Gonna break
here.
the ring.
I'm going to say something here. I would not be surprised if this turns out to be the truth. That Skylar Sparks sent Lilith Khan after Cameron Burnett. I'm just saying.
Well, there's a little maybe history
I'm just
that
saying.
I see what you're
Skylar's
saying.
been, what was it? She tried Gordy.
Yeah.
To go
Amanda
and get
Gordy.
after Tootie.
It's several different
Right.
ladies coming in.
Yeah.
To go after Tootie and after Cameron.
Cameron.
So I wouldn't put it past her.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't. But you know, with Lilith Khan last night, more history being made because she is that I know of anyway. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong on this. The second generation of a former World League Wrestling wrestler to step into WLW. Because Attila Khan is a World League wrestler. Also, before that, former champion of World League Wrestling as the drill instructor way back in the day. But my God, what a man to learn from the ins and outs of the business than Attila Khan giving those insights to his daughter Lilith Khan. My God,
Scariest dudes I've ever seen in my life.
Whew. The crazy board is acting up a little bit. Sometimes you gotta smack it around a little bit. You know what? We gotta take a really fast break. 59 seconds. When we come back, 10 more minutes left in Uncensored Wrestling Talk here on the radio. But we'll continue on the Facebook side of things for a little bit longer because we've got a lot more to talk about. Whole bunch of stuff going on in the world of professional wrestling, to include last night, New Year's resolution. We continue on right after these messages.
Award-winning severe weather coverage.
Nice. Clear.
Radio 105.3.
She's a big girl. She's a big girl.
I bet Attila pops out.
So who trained her?
Cowboy Bob Orton.
Really?
Guess what? I overheard. That's what I overheard. She is a graduate of the Ace Cowboy Bob Orton Wrestling School. Man.
How old is she?
Maybe she's no Lily
She
Rich.
seems pretty young.
She's pretty young. She's young enough to have a lot of years left in front of her.
Right.
And again, Katie bar the door. She's gonna make a huge splash
Yeah.
everywhere. In fact, she's the NWC Ladies Champion.
Is she?
Yes. Yes. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. What is that? The Midwestern Wrestling Coalition? Oh.
You ever thought about going for the ladies champion?
Hey, we are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. We're also live on our Facebook feeds, Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page. We also are live on the radio station's Facebook page. Very soon, maybe next weekend, we'll be live on YouTube as well. Hey, we've got it. We're also on X, UW Talk, on there. Got a Discord channel.
Uncensored Wrestling Talk Show.
Join us on there every day that ends in Y. There's a wrestling event of some sort going on. We're in there talking about it as it's going on many, many times. Join us on there as well. We've got about 9 minutes left before we go to pregame for the Bills versus Jaguars. So let's just jump back into more of last night's New Year's resolution at the Race Wrestling Arena. Tag team affair. The Devils of War. Superstar Steve Fender. All day Aiden Riley. Both of these men pulling double duty last night. Going up against the Thoroughbreds. The Natural, Atlas Armstrong, Talon Graves. And if the Thoroughbreds could pull off the victory, they would get a shot at the NWA World League Tag Team titles at Fort Leonard Wood. And my goodness, real quick, again, we've got another comment coming in from Trisha McGarry Williams. Do we want to bet that Tim won't harass Lilith like he does Skylar? Laughing out loud. She could break him like a twig. And my advice to you, superfan, is to leave her alone.
Discretion. I say give it your best shot.
In fact, if she does, when she does, show up here at the studio, sit over there and pretend like you're not there.
You can handle yourself, right?
With Lilith Khan, you're going to ask that man if he can handle himself with Lilith Khan. Let me ask you this, Drew Shields. Can you handle yourself against Lilith Khan?
I think it's going to be a negatory there.
There you go. There's your answer.
I'm not the super fan, though. This guy. Best shot in the world.
Don't do it. He loves to poke the bear. He
Really?
loves to poke the bear. With this one, leave the grizzly bear alone. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Versus the super
Back
fan.
to the tag team action now. The Thoroughbreds against the Devils of War. Man, I tell you what. They got it done.
They got it done.
I don't know how. But they got it done. Somehow, some way.
They weren't going to take a defeat as an answer last night. You can see it in their eyes.
Absolutely.
They stepped up, they pushed and kept pushing and pushing and pushing.
Whew. So, Thoroughbreds getting the victory over the Devils of War now means they get that tag team championship shot at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Last year at Salute to the Service 3, we saw the Blazing Guns, the Astonishing One, Austin Molitalo, and the Sergeant at Arms, Blade Lennox, take on Dysfunction for those championships. Lightning could strike twice inside the Davidson Fitness Center at Fort Leonard Wood. Those tag team championships, they could change hands for the second year in a row. It's possible.
It's very possible.
You get
It's
it
possible.
2-on-2, you might see it happen.
But I tell you what, that's the thing. That's the thing. When the titles are on the line, I guarantee you.
But then what happened after the match? The match ended, and then what? Another mugging by the Devils of War? Oh, I'm so shocked.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Because that's where I was going to go. Not only do they have to contend with the Monstrous One and Aiden Riley, all day Aiden Riley, and Superstar Steve lurking around, they're going to have to heal up from that mugging, as you described it, that they took from the Devils of War after the match was over.
Can't take a loss like man. Just go ahead. Boom. Attack. It's great.
Yeah, they took the eye off the ball, and Superstar Steve came around the corner and took both of them out.
Yeah, no one was prepared for that in the back. We almost thought Fan jumped him or something.
Hey, real quick in the chat room, Gil Marquez says, Drew Shields has a grizzly bear carpet in his house. It's not dead, it's just afraid to move. You know what?
He's not lying.
Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear. Especially when it comes to somebody like Lilith Khan. Don't do it. If you value your life in any way, shape, or form, don't do it. Just don't do it. And we've only got about 3.5 minutes left here on the radio side of things. Of course, we're going to continue on the Facebook side of stuff. So if you can, if you're listening on the radio, join us over on the Facebook, because so much more that we're going to be talking about and getting into here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. The Monstrous One, Mike Maverick. Last month's event, I was doing an interview with Camaro Jackson, and Mike Maverick interrupted that interview, challenged the Grand Regent to a shot at that heavyweight championship to occur at last night's New Year's resolution. It did occur, and my God, I don't know if I've seen a harder hitting match inside that ring. They went toe to toe from the word go.
You talk about bulls, and both of them just bulled right into each other. You didn't even know who was going to stand out of it. And, kind of the theme of the night had been chops. Those two guys hit each other hard. And
They
it's
knocked
still
the paint off the wall.
It's still
they were
echoing
hitting each other that hard.
It's an earthquake over in China.
Earthquake in China. There was an earthquake in Troy, Missouri.
Yeah.
It was at 9.4 on the Richter scale.
Did you see Mike's power slam?
My God.
That world's strongest slam?
My God.
Did you see Mike's chest?
I seen it.
Whew. And we were talking about Jay Pierce's red ripe tomato chest. He ain't got nothing on Mike Maverick's chest. My gosh.
They're almost suplexed him through the roof.
And I hope that that's not the last time that we
shouldn't
see
be.
that. But somehow, some way, Camaro Jackson was able to find the way to get the win over the Monstrous One, Mike Maverick, and retain the NWA World League Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, I mean, he hit him with that vicious clothesline at the end and was able to take him down.
That Peacemaker.
You get in the way of that one.
I don't
you're
care
done.
who you are. Hey, you know what, Drew Shields?
Yeah.
Real
You
quick, we've
felt
only
that one,
got a
haven't
minute
you?
left. You have felt it. We'll dive into that on the other side, on the Facebook side of stuff here in just a few moments, because I need to find out some answers here about this, because that Peacemaker. If you get hit by the Peacemaker, your night is over, and I don't care who you are. And it proved with the Monstrous One last night.
I was fully unconscious.
Drew Shields, thank you so much for joining us on the radio side of stuff. You're going to stick around for the
Absolutely.
Facebook side. Superfan, Tim Williams, the nematode Nelly
Hey.
himself. Thank you so much for everything you do. I appreciate you. Did you hit record?
Yes.
Hey, I just always gotta
Yeah,
check.
gotta make sure.
Always gotta check. Always gotta make sure.
Gotta
And
record Shield Talk.
We've got about
Gotta
30
check.
seconds left here before we go to the pregame here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Thank you so much for joining us on the radio side. Hey, come over to the Facebook. We ain't done. We're going to keep on going
Let's
until
keep it going,
we
partner.
are. So until then, and if you're not able to, until next Sunday, hey, you know what? Go watch some wrestling.
The following is a presentation of
Wrestling,
Westwood One
wrestling,
Sports.
wrestling, Sarge.
That's right. All day wrestling. All night wrestling.
Don't say the words all day around.
Hey, it's your own personal problem.
I've heard that enough.
It's your own personal problem. Let's go ahead and pipe that down.
Gotta keep
just
that a
little
personal
bit.
problem too.
You're going to keep it as a personal problem, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You think you just cheat Drew Shields and then he's gonna walk away? Oh hey bud, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see in the future if you've got an answer to it. I mean, I hope you do. I hope you do.
Well, I
But
come up with an
real quick, though, you know, Camaro Jackson, again, he hits you with that peacemaker.
Shoot.
And you might as well say night-night. Because your night is over. But again, that match between Mike Maverick and Camaro Jackson, one of the harder hitting matches that I have seen in a while. And we've seen some seriously hard hitting matches in just the recent last couple of weeks alone. Wait, man.
You got a theme going. Everything is hard hitting in NWA, WLW.
You ain't kidding. And Drew Shields, you faced off with Camaro Jackson last month.
I did.
Have you recovered? I mean, honestly, seriously. Have you recovered from getting hit by that peacemaker?
That's a good question. That day.
Because maybe that's why. I'm not trying to blame it on other things, but the truth is the truth, right? Could that be possibly a reason why Aiden Riley was able to pull off the victory against you last night? Because you were still suffering a little bit from that peacemaker.
I would say that kind of, not even lying, that affected me for a good long time. I was fully unconscious there for a little bit. I don't know if you've seen that, the actual match. I'm sure you have. I mean, it took me a good 10, 20 seconds until I started shaking my head up. I'm like, oh, right, I'm in the ring. Oh.
Wait, where's Camaro?
There's no way I just lost this. Hey, but, I mean, I gave him everything. I gave him everything I could handle, man.
You did.
I could not get past
give
that
you that.
peacemaker. He got me.
I
The
give you that.
last thing I remember
You
is
tried
just
your
his
hardest.
arm in my face. Night, partner.
Night. Night for sure.
My wife really likes Camaro because she's calling Camaro is king.
For now.
Camaro is king.
For now. She's forgetting
Well, I
words
tell
for it
you
now.
what, Raheem De La Suede thinks otherwise.
Well,
He's the self-proclaimed king of WL.
King Raheem, baby.
And you know what? He showed up on last night's event. What did he say out there, Superfan?
he basically said it's a new year, a new Raheem, same old crowd.
Oof.
Same peasants.
Oof. Eee. I mean, he's in the middle right now of that Quest for the Crown tournament. And I tell you what, if he wins this tournament, you thought he was difficult to deal with before.
He's getting ready to go up against a brick wall, the astonishing Austin Mulitalo.
He may very well. He very well. But I'm telling you, if he gets past Austin and he gets to the finals, because that'll be a semifinals match, and then it doesn't matter who he's up against, if he's able to pull off that victory in the finals, it's going to be hell on wheels dealing with Raheem De La Suede.
I wrestled him in my first singles match.
Yes,
I think it
you did.
lasted about maybe 6 minutes.
No,
Not even that.
my friend. I was the ring announcer that night for that one.
The guy is skillful. He's
It was-
hard to get around, dude.
It was 3 minutes and 39 seconds,
shoot.
my friend.
Let's up those
And you
numbers.
know how
It was like 5.
And it's, no. It was what it was. But here's the thing. Take a little bit of solace in this, I guess.
Okay.
That night you softened up Raheem enough to where the wild man, Jeff Wild, got a victory over Raheem in 1:39. So maybe you had a hand in that.
The wild man.
Maybe Wild Man owes you a little bit of a thank you, I guess.
Right.
As they all do, and none of them show their appreciation for Drew Shields.
Are you jumping back to the other side of things?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh goodness.
What do you mean jump to the other side?
Yeah.
I'm on the Shield side. It's Shield time. It's Shield o'clock always. Does that make sense, Sarge?
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Shield o'clock.
Shield o'clock always. You know that
Well, this
watching
is
it right
an
there?
interesting comment from Gil Marquez here in the chat room. He says, tornadoes are formed when Drew Shields punches the air.
He's a smart guy.
So where was the tornado against Camaro Jackson?
Well, listen, okay.
Actually, you know what?
It was more like passing gas.
Forget that. Forget that for the moment. Where was the tornado against All Day Hidden Riley last night?
I didn't think I needed a tornado. I had it in the wraps. Apparently not, right?
You always need some extra marbles in the bag, my friend.
Yeah. Especially the Devils of War.
You ain't kidding.
My goodness.
Hey, you know what? What's that saying? Shame me once, or fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. No, actually, reverse that. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Don't let them fool you a second time.
They're not gonna fool me another time. I might show up myself, might show up with a little help. Either way, I'm gonna get mine back against Aiden. I'll tell you that.
Friday Night SmackDown, my friends, occurred in Berlin, Germany. Drew McIntyre taking on Cody Rhodes for the WWE Heavyweight Championship in 3 stages of hell. The first match, a regular wrestling match.
Yep.
The second match, a Falls Count Anywhere match. And if it got to a third one, it would be inside the steel cage. Wow. Wow. Talk about hard hitting.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I mean, the first match, or the straight up match, Drew got that victory, and you're thinking, okay, he could
By
very well.
nefarious means, though. He ripped off that turnbuckle, and it got the referee over there to try and put it back up on there. And as the referee was doing it, again, referees don't have eyes in the back of their heads.
Yeah.
He low-blowed Cody Rhodes and then kicked his head in the next week.
Yep.
With what the Claymore kick.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Oh, man. Oh, man. And it was 1, 2, 3 in the first fall. It went to Drew McIntyre in that wrestling match. And he had predicted that he was going to get that first win.
Drews just have it. Drews of all nature, all over the world. Everybody that is Drew is excellent. What can I say, Sarge? Continue. Sarge? Sarge?
It's such a pleasure to have Drew Shields in the studio.
As
with
always.
us this Sunday. But then it moved on to Falls Count Anywhere. And they went all over the place inside that arena. In the crowd, in the back in the crowd, back to the back to the front stage. It was everywhere.
So when Cody went up he got Drew on the table out, and then he went into the crowd and climbed up.
Off that balcony?
Off the balcony. I wouldn't really call that a frog splash because it looks like he just jumped down on him. I was like,
a splash is a splash is a splash, my friend.
Super fly splash.
And when you're laying on a table, that splash becomes even more deadlier.
But he didn't even pin him there.
He didn't pin him there.
That's a crazy thing.
Drew McIntyre got his shoulder up. Drew McIntyre, love him or hate him, either way, that boy, he got a lot of fight inside him.
Right.
Regardless you agree with his tactics or not, he goes and he goes and he goes and he goes, and then when you think that he's got no more left in the tank, honestly, it's still a 3/4. He's still got 3/4 tank left to go.
Yep.
Claymore can hit from anywhere.
You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. Wait a minute.
I think just like myself, he's not appreciated enough.
Gil Marquez says you guys forgot your cheese graters. What's he mean by that? It's your buddy, right? It's your buddy.
Buddy, obviously a very intelligent guy, though. I mean, excellent comments he's given.
He also says Drew Shields is bringing backup to his next match. #cheaters. Okay.
We'll see what happens. Like you said, might need to change up some tactics against this Devils of War problem I clearly got going on here.
You ain't the only one that's got a Devils of War problem. There's several of you in the back that's got a Devils of War problem.
We have our pride, we like
And-
to fight our own battles, but I mean, at some point, to your opinion, or to say what you were saying earlier, might need some backup.
That's all I'm saying. Maybe I need to go into a closed room and hash out a few things and talk a few things over.
The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Good idea, Sarge. I love it. That's like 4 smart things you said today since we've been doing this. Good for you. Good job.
Help.
Talk.
Second fall. Falls count anywhere. Cody Rhodes gets that win, though, and evens it up. 1-1. And we went to the steel cage. And just when you thought it was all going to be just combined inside the cage, no. No. It wasn't.
What, 3 times they climbed the cage wall and sat up top?
At least. At least. Smashing each other's faces into the steel. I mean, anything and everything that you could think of that could happen inside that steel cage match, it did. But, which was really shocking to me, and I'm guessing it was shocking to you as well, Jacob Fatu showing up, shoving the referee out of the way, slamming the door in on Drew McIntyre, getting into the ring, starting to do a number on Drew McIntyre, and then here comes over Cody Rhodes, kind of puts his hands on Jacob Fatu as if to turn him around and say, "What are you doing?" Right? Maybe he should have just stayed off over in the corner.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have just stayed there, climbed up and out. Because once he did that, Jacob Fatu turned his attention to Cody Rhodes and just started beating the holy crap, the holy cramoles out of Cody Rhodes. And as he's doing that, Drew McIntyre, he crawls himself through that door, down to the floor, both feet hit the floor, and we have got a brand new WWE Heavyweight Champion.
Well deserved.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even little HD, he was shocked. He didn't like it. He was
I'll
like,
tell you one
and I
person that
think-
does. Our resident referee, Mr.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, Yeet, HD Daniels. He predicted
Yeah,
that
he
Drew
did.
McIntyre was going to come out as the victor. And you know what? He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. So I think it was more with HD Daniels, and we'll find out for sure next weekend. But with HD Daniels, I think it was more of not so much he wanted Drew McIntyre to win the title as it was he wanted Cody Rhodes to lose the title.
Correct.
And I don't think it would have mattered who it was in the ring with Cody Rhodes. He's grown tired, I guess you could say, of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. I mean, this makes an interesting twist to the whole thing because we still really don't know who beat up Jacob Fatu. Everybody's pointing it was Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
But there is no proof that it was Drew McIntyre.
It's true.
None at all.
That's true. It was outside of the camera angles.
Just like whenever Jade Cargill got beaten up. Everybody thought it was Liv Morgan or Raquel Rodriguez. And it turned out to be Naomi.
Yeah.
Everybody assumes. Everybody points
Are
fingers.
you making the assumption that it was Cody Rhodes?
I am
that may have had a
possibly
hand.
making an assumption that it might not have been Drew McIntyre.
Okay. But if that's the case, and if Jacob Fatu knows who did it, why not just go after that particular person?
The only caveat, it kind of points a little bit to Cody Rhodes because they were going to have a match that night to see who was the number one contender.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to see. We're going to find out. Hopefully, very soon. But it's kind of also disappointing that Cody Rhodes lost last night because over the last several weeks, we've seen things kind of starting to build up a little bit where, he was getting confronted by Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
He got confronted by the returning Randy Orton. He got confronted by the returning Matt Cardona as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have seen all three of those different matches going on between Cody Rhodes and them for that championship.
Yeah.
We're not going to get that now.
We're not
Not
gonna
right now, anyway.
But we are going to get there next week on SmackDown. They're doing 4 matches to get into a 4-way for Saturday night's main event for the number
Sure.
one contender.
Sure.
So you got The Miz, you got Randy Orton, you got Ilya Dragunov, you got Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
Which,
That's-
one of those.
That's a wild one right there. How can you pick a winner in that?
Right.
Would love to see Matt Cardona take that.
That would be pretty wild.
Solo Sikoa's in that mix.
In another match,
Right.
yeah, of course. There's going to be several of them.
Yeah.
In different matches. In different 4-way matches to get
Just
to the
to a
4-way
four-way.
match.
Right.
To become the number one contender. But, and that match has got to, I would think, have to happen between now and I would say in the next month or so. Month and a half.
It's going to have to be pretty quick because they're saying Saturday night main event the next
Well,
Saturday.
Okay,
That's
so,
right before
So
Riyadh.
that's right before the Royal Rumble.
Right.
That's right before the Royal Rumble. I think that is the weekend before Royal Rumble, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's the 23rd, I think. Something. No. The 31st of January, which is when the Royal Rumble takes place. It would be the 24th of January for Saturday night's main event. So it could very well be that quick and ready to rock and roll. I mean, we've got Monday Night Raw, SmackDowns, back and forth between now and then. So we'll find out soon who the number one contender will be. But even with that being said, that quote unquote new number one contender, he's gonna have to get his match with that champion, Drew McIntyre, right now as it stands.
Right.
Before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because the winner of the Royal Rumble gets to pick who they get to go against. So, things are really starting to heat up.
Yeah.
Things are really starting to heat up.
And I think we're going to start seeing a lot of people entering the Royal Rumble pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
I'm trying to make it there myself.
Wow. Okay. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate
Be
it,
the
sir.
32nd entrant.
Possibly. You never know. It's randomized for a reason. Sorry. Come on. You gotta believe in the superstars here in Worldly Wrestling.
Oh, I absolutely do. Don't get it twisted. Don't get that twisted.
Especially this one.
Now, with that match being talked about, Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. According to Bodyslam.net, Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre both pitched the idea to WWE officials for the title change that happened in the 3 Stages of Hell match last night, or the other night on SmackDown in Berlin. Both wrestlers believed that the time was right for a major moment. They got what they wanted. Regarding Tiffany Stratton's absence from WWE since early November, the Wrestling Observer newsletter says she has been, quote-unquote, out of action with an injury. Wrestling Observer newsletter.
Yeah.
Really? She's been out with an injury.
Are
Who
we
knew?
sure? Are we sure?
Really?
Who
She was
knew?
working on her tan, I guess.
Yeah, work on it a little harder.
Observer also claims there are people in WWE who are, quote-unquote, very high on AEW star Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Tony Khan better be careful here. He needs to start jumping in quicker on these signings of these guys when their contracts are starting to come up, because we're starting to see more people leaving AEW and jumping over to WWE and other places as well. He doesn't want to lose his roster.
Yeah.
And I know there's a whole bunch of litigations going on right now. But if Netflix ends up buying Time Warner Discovery, he may be out from a TV home for AEW. He may have to go back out after and secure another contract with somewhere else. And he's got to have these guys and gals in place for that to happen. And another name that I just read not too long ago in the last couple of days, that the contract, if not is up, is coming up very, very quickly, Mercedes Moné. When, regardless if we like her product or not, she is a huge name, and that's one of those names that drives TV executives of signing on the dotted line for those wrestling programs.
Yeah, I mean, Collision last night, there was a spot where Mercedes Moné basically said, I'm taking some time off. See
Oof.
how the company is without me.
Oof. Oof. That's not good. That's not good. That is not good.
Better pay her or lose her.
And also, multiple outlets mentioned that several people in AEW were not happy with MJF's Diddy promo on Swerve Strickland on a recent episode of Dynamite. It sounds like the other talent didn't know about it ahead of time. You know what? I'm not really sure what to say about that, because how are you going to be mad at someone like MJF
What a guy.
that uses material that you didn't think of in the first place?
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate here. I'm really not. But when we do our interviews,
Yeah.
we always sit and we talk. How can I go across getting this point across? Well, you could say this, you could say this, you could say this. You could go in this direction, you could go in that direction. But how are you going to get mad at somebody else for going in a direction that you did not think of on your own?
Jealousy.
That's what it amounts to be.
Absolute jealousy. All-star athlete like MJF, one of the greatest guys on the planet. That's all it is, jealousy.
How about this? How about this? Those that are in AEW that are not happy with MJF's Diddy promo, whether you thought it was tasteless, whether you are upset that he used it before you, regardless of whatever it is, how about this? Just do better yourself. Put the spotlight on yourself and do better. That's the way you beat that,
Make
right?
a lot of sense, Sarge.
Just saying. Meltzer, Dave Meltzer,
Oh, this guy.
he said it, not me. Drew Shields said that, not me. Meltzer also heard that prior to Matt Cardona's return to WWE, he was, quote-unquote, believed to have been the highest paid full-time independent wrestler. Before we get into that last sentence of this, you know, it had just been announced. This is what's crazy about this. On Power, NWA's Power, it had just been announced that Matt Cardona was coming back and he was going to have a lengthy run and all this type of thing. And then all of a sudden, WWE swoops in and snatches up Matt Cardona.
Yep.
Again, if you don't, same point that I said about Tony Khan, get your people under contracts. Make sure that they don't jump the ship over to the bigger ship. That's how you combat that.
Aren't they about to lose Chris Jericho, or is there something? There's something huge.
Well,
about
Chris Jericho's contract ended on New Year's Eve.
Right.
At the end of when it became the new year, his contract was over with AEW. Is he going WWE? Well, he didn't show up last week on Monday.
There was big rumors that he was supposed to show up last week on Monday. Then I thought, well, maybe they're going to hold off till Friday, because I actually thought if there was going to be interference in the Cody Rhodes match, I thought it would have been Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Another one of the greatest guys of all time.
But again, but also at the same time though, with Chris Jericho and AEW, what else could he do inside AEW / Ring of Honor? There wasn't really much more that he could do, to be quite honest about it. He'd already taken the championship as the first champion in AEW and put it up way high up there as far as standards go. The same with the Ring of Honor championship, world championship. He did the same thing with that. He reinvented himself so many doggone times in AEW, it wasn't even funny. And you know what? Shame on you, AEW fans, for booing him at the end before he took his little hiatus. They were the ones that were, quote unquote, getting tired of Chris Jericho. What the hell's wrong with you? There's nothing to get tired of with Chris Jericho.
Absolutely
Everything that Chris Jericho touches over the last, 7 or 8 years, nothing but gold.
He put out his way
Nothing
to
but
form
gold.
a learning tree for the future there. And what do? Disrespect him and boo him.
I mean, that was a funny segment, and I don't know if you've seen this or not, and if you haven't, go back and find it. That little tit for tat that he did with that kid from the crowd and stuff that was at the guardrail. That was funny as all get out. It really was one of the highlights of the year, to be quite honest. So, but am I gonna miss Chris Jericho in AEW? Of course, I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him in AEW. But what else could he have done?
But we don't know that he's actually signed WWE.
Right.
That's true.
I mean, he
We
very
don't.
well can just
We don't.
keep everybody guessing and then go back to AEW.
But getting back to this other thing about Matt Cardona, one independent promoter said Cardona's asking price was $5,000 per shot. Ain't bad. I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. You're that damn good, and he is. Why shouldn't you?
Might as well.
Why shouldn't you?
And did you notice that he's actually going to be? He's not going to be Zack Ryder now. He's
Matt Cardona.
I was seeing that. I'm like, did they change the name?
Well, when he came out, it started up with Zack Ryder and the old music and all that kind of thing. But just before, just after he walked out there, they changed the name from Zack Ryder to Matt Cardona.
Perfect.
So yeah, he's Matt Cardona moving forward, and I think that's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder's getting thrown around by Kane for a good 3 months straight.
Yeah. TNA star Jeff Hardy told the Budget Cut podcast that he's been working through an injury since dropping the NXT tag titles over 2 months ago. Hardy said he's dealing with 2 bulging discs on the left side of his neck. You know what?
I haven't heard that. Oh, man.
These things happen. And when you're wrestling as long as Jeff Hardy has, things are going to happen more frequently. So just remember that.
Yeah, keep him away from Camaro.
Well, yeah. You got to keep yourself in shape all of the time. All of the time. Final Bell Media's Andrew Badella believes Chris Jericho has, quote unquote, already agreed to a WWE return. Sources also claim that Jericho is, quote unquote, very interested in working TNA, which has led to some speculation about him making an appearance on the premiere episode of Thursday Night Impact on AMC next week. That's a possibility too.
Yeah.
That's we've talked about that here on this show. We talked about it before you, Final Bell Media. I would not be surprised if he does some things over on TNA. It's one of the few places that he hasn't been to.
Yeah.
So,
how fun would it be Matt Cardona versus AJ Styles on a TNA wrestling?
yeah, but we're talking Chris Jericho right now.
Oh, Chris Jericho.
We're talking Chris Jericho. How cool would it be for Chris Jericho to go into TNA, and it doesn't matter who the champion is at the time, but right now it's Frankie Kazarian. But for Chris Jericho to go in and win the TNA World Heavyweight Champion and become the DS champion.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love every bit of it.
It would be good stuff.
Praise Chris Jericho.
It would be good stuff. But yeah, we're going to see all kinds of things happen with TNA.
Because
we
TNA
will
needs
see
help.
AJ Styles
It
on there
needs
before
help.
his retirement
Product needs help.
is done. I mean, I ain't gonna lie that it don't need help. But then again, what wrestling organization doesn't need some sort of help in some sort of aspect? So, I'll tell you one, WLW. Now,
They got True Shields. Right, Sarge?
Yep, you got it. You got it. And that is coming up. I believe, let's see, the date on that. The 15th. I was thinking it was the 15th. On the 15th of January, this coming Thursday, TNA will debut on the AMC channel. So no longer will it be on Access TV. Which is interesting to me because Anthem, who owns TNA, also owns that TV channel. I'm a little surprised they didn't just keep it on their own channel. But kudos to them for making this choice because 60 million people has access to AMC on their packages that they have with cable and the streaming. I mean, it's like, you know, where you can get different tiers of different packages and stuff. AMC's on the basic tier. So lots of potential eyes on TNA. TNA better get better quick. They better get better quick.
Might be there with Chris Jericho out.
Few more here before we get out of here. Multiple outlets indicate that Oba Femi is expected to be called up to the Raw roster after vacating the NXT Championship this past week. Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp mentioned the reason why Oba didn't lose the NXT Championship is because WWE wanted to protect him ahead of the call-up. Interesting. But you know...
But they didn't do that for Stephanie McCurr.
No, absolutely not.
That's fair.
Absolutely not. They didn't do that for Jordan Grace either. Which, speaking of Jordan Grace, so doggone freaking happy. Finally, WWE came to their senses and have pulled Jordan Grace up to the main roster, and she has signed a deal to be on SmackDown.
And already starting to
cause some ripples.
Especially with Jade.
Cause some ripples. I can't wait.
I'm ready.
But you know, I'm wondering if throwing her up against Jade Cargill is too quick, too soon.
I'm almost thinking a little bit along that lines.
Because is she going to be able to beat Jade Cargill for that championship right out the block?
That's another big
I don't think so. I just don't see it happening right off the block. Maybe a few months down the road, maybe about 4 or 5 months down the road, something along those lines. But to come right out the gate, I would be, and as much as I love Jordan Grace, because I do, I absolutely love her work. I would be shocked and surprised. I really would be if she was able to pull off that victory against Jade Cargill and become the new WWE Women's Champion.
Yeah, because I mean, still the bookers in our mind, or at least mine, is this year it's going to be Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair.
See, that's yeah.
Because that's what they've been stammering for years now. And they started that line whenever Jade came back from the injury.
Kinda, sorta.
And then Bianca got injured.
Yeah.
So, but they're talking like she might be back soon.
Yeah. See, I would rather have had the Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill thing first before we get to Jordan Grayson and Jade Cargill. I'm just saying. WrestleVote says there are already plans for Femi to be pushed near the top of the card on Raw and prominently featured at WrestleMania 42. That's pretty quick for Oba Femi, too.
You're not lying.
Real quick. But you know, it seems to me that I have seen more vignettes and promos on Oba Femi coming to the main roster on SmackDown. More on SmackDown than I have seen on Monday Night Raw. So I won't be shocked or surprised if he ends up going to SmackDown instead of Raw. Just saying. And also, speaking of Monday Night Raw, tomorrow, a lot of people don't, I don't know if a lot of people caught this or not, but tomorrow, it's a special start time for Monday Night Raw. It'll be 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central for the start of Monday Night Raw tomorrow. So that'll be very interesting. Usually that show is about 2.5 hours or so long. So you're going to get from 1 until about 3:30 in the afternoon. They did this a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And I didn't realize that they were doing that. And 7 o'clock comes, and I turn it on, and I'm like, where's Monday Night Raw? Where the hell is it? Why is it not live? What the hell? And it was only an hour and a half long because they had already condensed everything down and edited. Hey, if you want to see Monday Night Raw live, you got to tune in tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time, 2 o'clock Eastern. Just telling you, everybody, right now. Let's see here.
Can you say anything about Drew Shields there?
Not yet, my friend.
Want to like fast forward there at the bottom?
One source told Votes that several people backstage in WWE were very confused by the decision to have Javon Evans' official call-up take place during a commercial break on Raw. It sounds like WWE wants to put an emphasis on online exclusive content, and Evans' call-up may have been part of that strategy. If they did that during a commercial break, where the hell did they have it on?
Yeah.
What online exclusive content, what site was that put on?
Was it on the WWE YouTube page?
I don't know. That's a good question. Because, I mean, you're on Netflix. You're already streaming.
Yeah.
Come on now. What the hell are we doing? And these commercial breaks, they're 3 minutes exactly. Each one.
There's a lot of them, too.
Every single one. Instead of, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
You getting your blood pressure up, Jarvis?
A little bit.
Would it help you out to talk more about Drew Shields?
I'm good. The outlet also heard that WWE has had internal discussions about signing NJPW star David Finlay after his New Japan contract expires. They're interested in bringing him into NXT. Oh my freaking God. Are you freaking serious, Superfan? That makes no sense whatsoever. David Finlay has made a huge name for himself over in New Japan. If you haven't seen his work yet, you need to go check that out.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff to learn from with David Finlay. You remember Fit Finlay?
Absolutely.
That's his son.
Yeah.
I
figured, but I wasn't too sure.
That would be a travesty, Superfan, if they sign him and they make him go to NXT first.
Especially from, you said New Japan, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was on WWE YouTube. Was the call.
How about telling people? Hey, if you want to see
Sarge, I'm telling you
something
now.
that's about to happen with Javon Evans, go look at the YouTube in 2 minutes. Something. Tell people. Tell people, WWE.
Must be not that important.
It must not be. It must not be. Good Lord. Hey, what else from AEW this week that you want to talk about, Superfan? Before we get out of here.
I was kind of laughing about the MJF promo when, you know, he's saying all this stuff to Bandito, and Bandito basically turns to him, I know English, jackass.
Yes.
That was pretty good. I gotta hand it to him. But you also gotta hand it to MJF. His promos are so.
Yeah.
Whether you love him or not, it doesn't matter. His promos are so doggone entertaining.
Yeah.
They really just are.
Yeah.
They really just are.
The other thing that it's going to be interesting with Konosuke Takeshita losing the belt last night, Aussie guy. No, just
Kyle Fletcher?
Kyle Fletcher was confronting Don Callis saying, hey, you need to do something about the Okada problem.
About the Okada problem.
Yeah. Right. And then
Really?
Don turns to Kyle and says, you need to concentrate on getting your TNT championship back.
Wow. Okay.
So, I don't know if there's more of a rift coming in the family or not.
Might be. Might be. Interesting. Okay. Wrestling Observer Radio's Brian Alvarez
Said, who is Drew Shields?
notes that AEW used quote-unquote legitimate cinder blocks for Powerhouse Hobbs' Power Slam and Hangman Page's Deadeye spots during the Lights Out match on Dynamite. Well, what'd you think it was? Plastic?
Right. I mean, it took two people to lift it into the ring.
The mentality of some of these folks that are out there. It just gets my blood going sometimes, Drew Shields.
I see that.
Just, you freaking idiot.
Tell me how you really feel.
I can't, I gotta keep things clean.
Right, you gotta keep it clean. Well, you can edit it.
Lola Vice has been discussed for a call-up per Body Slam Plus. Excuse me, Vice would likely join the SmackDown roster with her boyfriend, Damian Priest. Wait a minute, I thought Damian Priest was going out with somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, what we won that. Oh, boy. But his girlfriend was released from
Right.
WWE not too long ago. I ain't touching it. Ain't
She's
going there.
not, she's not getting WWE money. I don't hear anymore.
I ain't going there. One more before we get out of here. A PW Insider Elite report
Said,
broke
who's
down.
Drew Shields?
They did say that, didn't they? Just be honest.
Thank God this is almost over with. Real quick, Jimmy Harris Sr. saying
Shields?
afternoon to everyone here in the chat. Good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for joining us. A PW Insider Alert report broke down the WWE's creative structure. This is interesting. Triple H, of course, has final say over storylines, with longtime WWE employees Bruce Pritchard and Ed Koskey giving input while handling the day-to-day operations of the department. In a relatively new department, Ryan Ward is now WWE's Vice President of Creative Writing and helping lay out plans for both Raw and SmackDown. Alexandra Williams and Jonathan Bakestrom then serve as co-leads for Raw Creative with a team of writers beneath them. The same is true on the SmackDown side for co-leads. Brian Road Dogg James, Jesse James,
Right.
Road Dogg James, whatever you want to call him. Awesome wrestler, awesome mind for this business. And John Switica. You know what? Outside of Brian James, outside of the Road Dogg, I'm going to put him off to the side for a moment. I don't know how you feel, Superfan. I don't know how you feel, Drew Shields. But for me, for creative, for WWE, for Raw and SmackDown, yeah, you need to get better.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get better.
Yeah, the product
Because
is
it's
getting stale.
sometimes just...
It is so stale.
It's a fair statement.
It gets hard to watch sometimes.
Yep.
And it's coming from somebody who will never turn the channel when wrestling's on. I find myself sometimes really... Where's the remote? Where's the remote?
It's right there.
It's right there. It's within arm's reach. Better do better. Better do better.
If Sarge is turning you off, okay. We got a problem here.
I watch, my friend. I watch probably, and this ain't no joke, I probably watch anywhere between 50 and 70 hours of professional wrestling a week. A week.
It's a good job. I need to up my numbers here.
Monday Night Raw, AEW's programming, SmackDown, independent stuff. Hell, yes, I know I'm part of it. I know I'm commentating. But you know what? The best way for me to learn is to watch and see what I'm saying and hearing it. And, oh, man, that was terrible. I need to be better on that. Or, hey, you know what? That was actually pretty good. Let's keep that.
You're probably talking about Drew Shields segment there.
Sure.
That's what I thought. Smart guy.
New Japan stuff, TNA stuff, you know, independents from around the world. I absolutely love watching content, right? So 50 to 70 hours. Yes, I have seen some crappy stuff. I really have. I've seen some crappy stuff. But you know, in the last 6 months, I've seen some really crappy stuff on WWE TV.
Mm-hmm.
And it's creative.
Yeah.
Seems like they're really, really good when it comes to like the big shows, but like the entire rest of the year is like a little flatline.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm good.
I kind of make that resemble like a John Cena match. 5 moves. They only have 5 creative ideas right now.
Dang.
Yeah.
And they keep running the same.
With a roster of 75 wrestlers needing to be put on TV.
Right.
To a whole onslaught of NXT guys too.
He said it, not me. One last one before we leave. While shooting down a fake rumor about LA Knight being repackaged, Sean Ross Sapp pointed followers to a WrestleVotes Fightful Select report that Knight is scheduled to travel to Saudi Arabia for Royal Rumble. Interesting. I will be shocked.
Did you hear what LA Knight said?
No, what did LA Knight say?
He said, "Who the hell is Drew Shields?"
There's no way he said that.
I will be shocked.
Everybody knows Drew
I will
Shields
be
is.
shocked if LA Knight is not in the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia on the 31st.
I'll be
I will
shocked
be
if
shocked.
I'm not in there. Right, Sarge?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Talk. Come on.
You know what? Just for Drew Shields, we'll do one more. Despite Jay White's appearance at Hiroshi Tanahashi's retirement ceremony this past Sunday, and it wasn't just Jay White, it was Jay White and Kenny Omega and several other folks that showed up for Hiroshi Tanahashi after his match was done and over with Okada, which surprisingly he lost to. Fightful says AEW hasn't factored White into any creative plans, and he, quote unquote, isn't expected to be back imminently. You know what? It's another situation. If he's healthy, if he's okay to go, it's another situation of Tony Khan and AEW dropping the ball. Do better. Get better. If these guys are good to go, throw them out there. The fans want to see them. Bottom line, if Jay White is on a card and ready to do battle, I'm buying a freaking ticket.
Yeah.
Jay White is one of the best wrestlers out there. Bar none. Bar none. If he's on the card, sign me up. I'm buying 2 tickets and it's just me. Come on. Am I right or wrong?
No.
Am I right or wrong in thinking this?
No, I agree, but again, this shows like you think Jay White, then you start thinking of the Gun Club or Bullet Club, and how much
the
they
Bang Gang.
the Bang Bang Gang, and how much they killed it.
Well, there was the War Dogs of the Bullet Club, kind of the last little remnants of the Bullet Club over in New Japan, and now Yota Tsuji, who beat Takeshita for the heavyweight championship over there, the IWGP heavyweight championship. He's taken his little group of folks that he's got and merged them with the War Dogs. So the Bullet Club is pretty much done. Bullet Club is no longer. It's a sad thing to say, but it is. It's over. Time to move on. Time to come up with some new things. AEW, Bang Bang Gang, okay, fine. But Jay White, if he's healthy, get his ass back in the ring.
They keep coming up with new things, but it's for the same guys every single time.
This is true too.
You know what I mean?
This is true too. You ain't wrong.
Like you can't say it's new when it's MJF, Chris Jericho, or everybody else every single time on every show.
Yeah.
Might as well get Drew Shields there. Like, the thought's so obvious. Right, Sarge?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know, if you were to leave, you would miss out on all the awesome learning that's going on at World League Wrestling.
Hey, I absolutely agree.
So I think if I were you, for at least the next couple of years, I would stick with WLW and learn from the greatest trainer and promoter that's out there today. The legacy, Leland Rice.
You said 5 smart things today. Good day for you, Sarge. Congratulations, brother.
This guy.
Hey, it's a compliment.
You know what? On that note, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do one more here because it goes along with what I've been saying. Adam Copeland, Edge, is working on his second book, according to PW Insider's Publishing World sources. Those sources didn't have many details, but did say the presumed follow-up to 2004's Adam Copeland on Edge will be out in October of 2026 from HarperCollins. And I guess that HarperCollins is the publishing folks that are going to be putting out his book. It's another ball that AEW has dropped. Number one, we don't know.
Right.
Is Adam Copeland injured? Is Christian Cage injured? I'm guessing no.
No, I don't.
I'm going to guess no. And with guessing no, you know what? Again, you have dropped the ball with Adam Copeland and Edge going on a tirade against FTR.
I'm about to say, didn't they beat him down? He just...
Not just them, they
never
his
saw him
wife-
again.
They beat Adam Copeland's
That's
wife
right.
down too.
That's right.
I
No
mean,
retribution
the
whatsoever.
time that should have been, unless they're injured. If they're injured, okay, fine. I don't think they are.
I don't think they
But
are either.
I have seen no reports on it. But the time to have brought Adam Copeland and Christian Cage out was the exact moment that FTR won the AEW Tag Team Championships. Get in the ring and start wailing.
Well, he's got a book to write.
He's trying to figure out the chapter about Drew Shields.
It takes a while.
Apparently. Superfan. Hey, once again, Drew Shields, thank you so much for coming in today.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you and sticking around for extra time as well. For our missing co-host, our resident referee, Mr. 123 Yeet, HD Daniels. He'll be back in studio next weekend. For the super fan, he's the Nematode Nelly. Tim Williams. I am Sarge saying thank you so much for joining us this week here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We will be back next weekend here Sunday morning, 10 a.m., going until when we want to, hopefully. We'll see what happens with the schedule, Superfan, with the football schedule. We don't know yet. Things are in the air. But until then, hey, go watch some wrestling. Boom!